So welcome to a live remote. We're here at the Granville Robotics Center. We're getting ready for our next high school VRC live remote event. 9 teams tonight from the Puerto Rico and the United States. And Mike, who do we have with us tonight?
Well, from Puerto Rico, we have Hogar Colegio La Milagrosa. They're from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. We also have who has the wrench? James R. Geisler Middle School, West Bloomfield, Michigan. We have Indian Hill Robotics Club from Indian Hill High School, Cincinnati, Ohio. The Screw Strippers from Lake Park High School, Roselle, Illinois. We have 5 Granville teams from the Granville Robotics Center. According to Calc, that's 244E. Chicken, 288E. Roadwork Ahead, 244F. Dutch, 244D. And Asphalt, 244C. I sense a civil engineering theme to our teams this year.
And that wraps up our list of teams tonight. So welcome to another one of our webcasts. We're going to start the action momentarily, so we're getting ready to cue some teams. If you're online right now, we're going to show you a bit about how scoring works, because in live remote events, scoring is quite different than it is in the in-person events. It's always fun to watch. If you watched this before, you notice that the way the scoring works is you get points for balls in the towers, but not points for controlling the tower by having the top ball. So it's different than it is in standard VEX. So I guess we're going straight to the event, it looks like. So maybe we have a game reveal we can share with you that shows you the game for the year.
That should work.
Before we start here, because I think they're almost ready to go. And we're going to show you the game reveal here real quick, and then we're going to start the event for you. So sit back, and we should have a fun event tonight. 9 teams going to play. Here comes the reveal.
Welcome to the world's greatest 2 minutes in robotics. The 2020-2021 game, VEX Robotics Competition, Change-Up.
Change-Up is played on a 12-foot by 12-foot field by 2 alliances, 1 red and 1 blue, made up of 2 teams each.
The object of the game is to get more points than the other alliance by scoring balls in goals and by connecting rows.
The VRC Change-Up field contains 32 balls, 16 red and 16 blue. Each robot starts the match with one of their corresponding balls as a preload. In addition, there are 9 goals located around the field where balls can be scored.
Balls are 6.3 inches in diameter and are worth 1 point for the corresponding alliance color when scored in a goal.
An alliance can take ownership of a goal by having the top scored ball in the goal. If an alliance has 3 owned goals in a row, they will receive a bonus of 6 points for connecting the row. But watch out!
During the driver control period, robots can remove balls from any goal at any time. This means that even if a goal looks full, an opponent could descore one of your balls, open a spot for a ball of their own, and interrupt a connected row. No scored balls or connected rows are safe. Each match begins with a 15-second autonomous period where robots score on their side of the field without help from their drivers. The alliance that scores more points in the autonomous period is awarded with a 6-point bonus added to the final score at the end of the match. This year, each alliance also has the opportunity to earn an additional win point in the autonomous period by completing their home row. The home row is the row of goals closest to their own alliance station.
The 1-minute, 45-second driver control period begins once the autonomous bonus winner has been determined. At the end of the driver control period, after all objects and robots have come to rest, the match will be scored to determine the winning alliance. Remember, VRC games are not scored until the driver control period has ended.
Official rules and game information for VEX Robotics Competition Change-Up can be found at roboticseducation.org or vexrobotics.com.
To register a team, find events near you, or ask a question on the official Q&A, please visit robotevents.com.
Best of luck, and have a great 2020-2021 season.
All right, we're back. We have a slight technical difficulty. We opened the live remote software and immediately crashed. So if you would, folks at home, just stay with us for a few minutes. just a mild technical difficulty as we reboot our machines and log back in.
So if you notice, we just queued the first event. Let's see. And it crashed again.
Oh, that's not good news.
I queued an event and it crashed. It crashed again. Our mics aren't live, are they? your robots on the field before it's time to play. Look ahead at the schedule. Be ready.
All right, we're back live. Looks like the software is starting up and beginning to run.
We got our 4 teams out there for the first practice match right now. We got a ready check from all of them. We're going to start.
Wow.
Okay, so that's kind of weird. All right, we're going to play this match. Time for autonomous. People are ready to watch. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Playing. To learn all the fields, which they are. Now, some of them look a little different if you're watching online because the timing is such that they don't always move instantly. Sometimes their clocks are a little off from the main system's clock, and one will run a little slower than the others.
But everyone gets the same time. Robot is still running while the rest have stopped. There's nothing untoward happening.
So what happens is once they all play, we have 4 scoring refs here that look at the scores and will decide how to score each match and see what balls were scored and where the robot's sitting at the end of the time. And once the referees give us the high sign, we'll move on from here and we'll move to the driver control period. Because, of course, VEX is played with a 15-second autonomous period and a minute and 45 of driver control.
During the autonomous period, the robots are real robots. They're working on a fixed program that the students put together themselves. They often have several programs depending on where the robot's placed on the field.
Are they showing red, blue,
So we're waiting for our referees right now. As soon as we get a score from them, we're going to know that you see the scores are moving. Don't trust anything until we make it final. You'll see the red and blue scores change as they scored each of the teams. But once those stop moving, give us a sign and we'll move to driver control.
So, that goal C only has a blue and
Looks
a red.
like blue might have this one. We'll see.
A little problem with the scoring out there. We're having some kind of problem with the software, it looks like, on the scoring side. So look at the referees. They're shaking their heads the wrong direction, Doc. So
Uh-oh.
it'll be a few minutes before we move on. Let's talk about scoring a second. So the way you win this game, of course, is by controlling towers. But unlike the in-person VEX game where the top ball on the tower controls, here it's about the score in each tower that controls.
Each ball of the blue alliance is worth 2 points to that alliance.
So a blue ball is worth 2 points to the blue alliance. How much is a red ball worth?
1 point.
So basically the blue alliance puts all their balls in towers, and then we add 2 points for every blue ball and 1 point for every red ball in that tower, and we have a score for each of the 2 alliances. We add those together.
This is quite different than the actual in-person game where the ball that is not the color of your alliance wouldn't count for you. It would count for the other team. So robots should score all the balls that they can during the autonomous and driver period. At the end of the match...
We got a thumbs up. So that's
excellent.
We're done with the autonomous period. We've just lost a video signal from 95.765A, but I think they're probably still with us. So we're going to start driver control here. Here we go. Should count down for us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're off.
All the robots should be moving. Looks like they are.
I see 3 of the robots, but I don't see the one in the Puerto Rico. No, who has the ranch? Where's that from? West Bloomfield, Michigan. That one does not appear to be moving yet.
Okay.
There it goes. Okay, everybody's up and running now. Minute and 45 seconds for them to score. You're going to watch these teams try to put every ball in a tower, basically.
At the end of the match, robots attempt to touch one of the towers, and at that tower, they basically double the score. However, if both robots from the same alliance are touching the same tower, the score of that tower is quadrupled.
Look, a couple of these fields, they're pretty well cleared off already if you look at how they're doing. If you look down at the upper left of your screen, now down who has the ranch, that team's done a nice job. There's a few balls left, but they're rapidly clearing that field.
Yeah, you can tell this is later in the season because the robots are very efficient in clearing the field and scoring. A lot of these robots have time left over where they just sit and dance a little bit at the end of the match.
So, of course, red being the red alliance, if you look at the left-hand side, there's 2 red balls in both of the alliance towers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be worth 4 points for each of the teams. That's 8 points in total for that tower. If you look at the blue, there's 3 blue balls on the top screen and 1 down below, so that's 4 there also. So right now, they'd be tied. No one would own the center tower.
Yep.
Now, if they put more balls in the next 16 seconds, or if someone touches that tower at the end of the match, that'll change the score. How does touching the tower affect it, Doc?
So if a robot is touching the tower, the score for that tower is doubled.
But if both robots of an alliance touch the same tower, then it's quadrupled.
And it's quadrupled.
You'll see that Who has the ranch started a little bit late? Roadworker has. They just stopped moving. We're going to watch them score this game. But if you look at the center tower, you see both blue robots touching the center tower. Now, red has another ball on top, so they've got 5 balls in there. So that's a score of 10 points, doubled, so it's 20. Blue, on the other hand, has 1, 2, 3, 4 balls in there, but it's quadrupled.
Looks like it's, yeah.
Well, it's 20 also.
Interesting.
Am I doing the math right? 1, 2, 3, 4,
are.
double. So no one's going to own the center tower. It's going to be an interesting match this time. Because even though blue touched the tower, red has an additional ball in there, which makes a ton of difference.
Mm-hmm.
Referees are scoring out there. You see the score shaping up. Looks like red has a little bit of an alliance, but we won't know for a minute how that actually falls out. This match is done. We got to get some scoring done. So now we're going to finalize the scores here as the referees go. So the match itself is complete. And as soon as we get the high side from the referees, we'll get a score. It looks like red is off to a little better start. Looks like they may have won this first practice match, but of course it's a practice match.
All right. You see the score is still moving, though.
It is.
The score just came up a little bit, but red looks like it still may have the advantage here.
Yeah, it probably does, but we don't have any real big rows because nobody owns that center column. That's the hard part.
Yeah, it is.
You really want to own that center tower. If red would have dropped one more ball, or if they would have had both robots touch the center tower, they would have had this. They're still going to win, it looks like. Their score looks like they're a little higher. And the referees look like they're almost done out there, so they're working on the scoring. We got a thumbs up. Red does win that first practice match. Let's finalize those scores. We're going to the next match of the day. Also a practice match, so we're going to leave practice match 1, and we're going to start practice match 2. Here we go. Missing one of the robots for practice match 2. It looks like 6752. So the Screw Strippers from Lake Park High School in Roselle, Illinois, it looks like their robot is not logged in right now. So we're going to wait just a second. We're going to need them. Everybody else is here, but their robot, if you look on the left-hand side in the upcoming matches, you'll see it's gray. And gray means they are not currently connected to the system. So it could be they lost their internet connection. It could be they kicked the cord. Who knows what's going on?
Possibly.
So right now, all the other teams that are here, we're waiting for the Screw Strippers to come and join us. As soon as they're with us here, we can begin to play.
Screw Strippers are from Lake Park High School, Roselle, Illinois. All right. In just a moment, we'll have video from them, and we'll start this second practice match. All right. Looks like we have, in this match, 3 teams from Granville High School. We have teams out here at the
ready to play this next match in the
Robotics and Engineering Center, just south of Granville High School.
Disconnected right now.
Wish I could read
I
this.
may have called the wrong number here. I don't even look a second. Trying to reach Anthony Sullivan.
All right, looks like in this match we've got 244D Dutch. It's one of the top teams in the nation right now for both skills scores and LRT. We have, according to Calc, 244E, also playing in our meet and eat room where we normally have our lunches when we're doing robotics. That's where their team is set up. And in our main room, we have 244C Asphalt. Right now, we're waiting for 72S Screw Strippers. And we're contacting them right now to see if we can find out what's going on.
What if the world was a blank canvas and our imagination the brush? We would use only the most vibrant colors, the most dramatic strokes, creating a world of endless expression.
We're going to hold tight. We're going to wait till we get them back with us here. Looks like they are logged back in. I show them as logged in, but I don't see any video from them. We'll do a quick refresh of the system here a second, see if maybe that brings up what we want to see. Nope, still not there. So, screw strippers, if you guys are out there. Screw strippers, if you guys are out there, we don't have a video feed from you. We're kind of stuck right now. So, screw strippers, we're looking for you to figure out what's going on with your video feed so we can continue the practice matches. Hello, screw strippers. Everybody else, please make sure you're ready so as soon as we get the screw strippers with us, we can play. But just hang tight. We're waiting for one team.
All right, we're going to go to commercial here.
The open road. It takes on many forms, from the scenic highways to the rugged trails, from the sand-covered to the well-traveled. They lead us to the beauty of nature and the beauty of simple pleasures. The open road is alive and well and waiting to take us to Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org. We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. It might be off a dock or on a boat, upstream or in the middle of nowhere. Wherever it may be, casting a line in the clear, fresh waters of Michigan lets us leave anything weighing us down back on shore. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is Pure Michigan. Your lake trip begins at Michigan.org. Remember snow day? When the schools were closed and the day was wide open. The first step into fresh powder was like stepping into a new world. The crunch of the snow as it packed under our boots. The drip of icicles melting in the sun. So pull the hat down a little lower and make sure there's a cup of hot cocoa waiting. Because this winter, every day is snow day in Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org. 14 clubs. That's what they tell us a legal golf bag can hold. And while that leaves a little room for balls and tees, it doesn't leave room for much else. There's no room left for deadlines or conference calls, not a single pocket to hold the stress of the day or the to-do list of tomorrow. Only 14 clubs. Pick out the right one and drive it right down the middle of Pure Michigan. Your golf trip begins at Michigan.org. What if the world was a blank canvas and our imagination the brush? We would use only the most vibrant colors, the most dramatic strokes, creating a world of endless expression and endless possibilities. Creating a world like Grand Rapids, where every day is a work of art, and the inspiration is Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org. As we cross a bridge known as the Mighty Mac, we find it. Something the Ojibwa call Gagige. We know it as timeless, a land that says slow down. Listen to my stories, hear my songs. Timeless can be as big as a sunset on a Great Lake, or as endless as the stars that watch over us. Welcome to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Welcome to the purest of Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
Speaking of timeless and endless, we're having trouble connecting right now to one of the teams. We're going to go ahead and play this match, though, so I'm sending a ready check out to teams. When I get the radio check back, we're going to play this match. There's the ready check. If you'd all give me a ready check, we're going to start this thing up.
There we go.
Whoops, I may have missed that. There's the ready check again. One more time. Sorry, going to make you do it again. So we got a ready check coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Autonomous. Let's play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. The robots move. We see 3 of the 4 robots. I see 1 moving. That's pretty good.
That's always a good thing.
I see 2 moving. Oh, look at Dutch, upper left side of your screen, folks. That robot's hit 2 of the 3 towers.
There's 2.
It's headed for the 3rd tower. Let's see if they can. Really close. They do not make the 3rd tower. No extra win point for them. Let the referee score this one before we play driver control.
All right. Give us a second to count up the scores.
Looks like Red's going to have that when they did hit a couple towers.
Oh, here comes their head ref.
The screw strippers crossed the middle line, so Autonomous
Okay, Auton's going to blue for this one. The Screw Strippers did cross the center line. We're going to let them score Auton a second because right now on the screen it says it's going to red.
Ah, all right.
So Auton is going to blue. There we go. Let's go ahead and play driver control. Watch the countdown. It's 5, 4, 2, and 1. So Screw Strippers apparently does have a video connection to our scoring referees. They use a separate system than we do to broadcast, which means they are playing. We just can't tell what they're doing right now.
Yeah, we'll clear this up as the night progresses.
Yep, that's one of the features of this software. It always provides a little excitement because you're not exactly sure what you're going to see.
Well, this is a work in progress. The folks at VEX have cooked this up just for this COVID crisis. And it's a bit of an innovation.
Well, it's a valiant effort, to be honest.
It is.
A year ago, this was not even a concept. Last summer, it wasn't even a twinkle yet in anybody's eye, and now people are playing, several times a week around the world on this software. So
yeah,
it's improved dramatically. We played it in November, and it had more issues than we could count, and it's going to be better.
Yeah.
So tonight we've got most of the teams we can see. We got 56 seconds left, so lots of time in this match.
Mm-hmm. Looks like, according to Calc, is clearing off their field, heading for the center tower.
According to Calc, looks really good. I'm really impressed with how fast they're clearing that field off. They missed that shot, but they're doing a nice job.
All right.
There's 40 seconds left, and there's a few balls left on a couple of the fields. Look down there at asphalt right now. There's only about 3 balls left on that field, and they got to chase those down and score them the last 30 seconds. There's 3 balls left on Dutch up there at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really tell with Screw Strippers. It's kind of a dark and starry sky down there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing well.
And according to Calc up there, has got several balls left. So they're off to a strong start, but they're not wrapping up as strong as they started. Let's watch. 12 seconds left. Dutch has got to get that last ball. Is chasing 2 balls around the field. He's got one right there. It's going to head for the center tower is my bet.
That's the last ball.
It's going to stick that in. So those balls both count. There's been a change to the VEX rules right now. A robot that's touching something that's crossed through the plane of that scoring tower counts as scored.
Oh,
so
that's different.
Balls in the robot now count. They changed the rules, I don't know, maybe 10 days ago now?
Yeah.
And so all those balls in the center they're holding count in the center tower. So red, no matter what happens, is going to own the center tower. Because you look at blue,
wow,
upper right, there's no balls in the tower. Lower right, there's 2. The robot 244D is holding 2 balls. It's got a red and a blue. And it's got 3 balls in there. So it's got 4 balls that are red and 1 blue. So by itself, it's got 9 points. Times 2 is 18 points. Even though we can't see what's going on down there in Screw Strippers. So red is going to end up winning this one, I think, pretty handily.
Yeah.
Because they clearly own the diagonal, too. If you look at the upper left of your screen, if you're at home, look at the goals are labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, with A, B, C across the top of your screen, D, E, F across the middle of your screen, and G, H, I across the bottom. So if you look at goal C in the upper right of your screen, you'll see a bunch of red balls. And look at goal G in the lower left of your screen, there's a bunch of red balls. So I'm certain that the Red Alliance took that diagonal row across there.
Yeah, that seems certain.
It is red. The referees give us a thumbs up. It's 130 to 86. That's going to complete that practice match. We're going to move on and finalize those scores and go to our next practice match. Here we go. Leaving practice match 2, heading into practice match number 3. We're going to bring those teams to the field right now. Here they come. I got everybody except for Chicken in there, so Asphalt's there. They're going to have to reset their field because Asphalt just played, so they're going to have to shake a leg out there. As is Dutch. Asphalt and Dutch both have to reset. So this is one of the features when you play games with a limited number of teams like this, is you have to play right back-to-back sometimes.
Yep, that means you got to move between matches so we can get out of here before 10 o'clock.
Okay, now we're missing 288E again, which is very odd that we missed that video from 288E.
Yep, they're right here in this building, so we should be able to get this straightened out.
But we don't have them right now. We've got video from the other 3 teams, but not from them. So we got 2 teams resetting their fields. It looks like Who Has the Wrench didn't have to reset. They didn't play in the last match.
Mm-hmm.
This is our practice match number 3. We're going to qualification matches right after this. This is the last of our practice matches. Perhaps we should just take a brief break while we wait for this last team's video to come on. So let's just drop the live remote screen up there,
okay,
and we'll be back in just a minute. We're back live again, and I see 280 standing in front of the camera. That's nice, guys. So Chicken's right there. You go. Okay. I'm going to send you all a ready check, and we're going to then run autonomous. There's the ready check. I need an answer from all 4 teams. This is our last practice match here tonight. I got 1 ready check, 2 ready checks. I need 2 more. Chick, I need a ready check from you. Got all 4. Here we go.
Nice.
Time for autonomous. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like all 4 of them are moving, starting to score. Lower left of your screen, Asphalt scores the lower tower.
There we go.
We have an interesting problem. We have one of the teams playing on the wrong side of the field. So Chicken is playing. We have 3 blue. Good thing it's a practice match. It's going to be a weird one.
It's just a practice match, but
Chicken is playing for the opposing alliance, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's see how the referees score this. It's going to go blue, I have no doubt, because there's 3 robots playing the blue side of the field.
It is a bit of an advantage for blue.
That's an advantage for blue. All right, so let's look at the score done. They get finished with this. It's a practice match. That's why we're practice matches, folks, so you get the chance to get this out of your system now.
Right.
If you're red, you start on the red side of the field. If you're blue, you start on the blue side of the field. And Chicken successfully started on the opposite side of the field as they should have.
All righty.
Again, practice match doesn't really matter, so it's all set. Blue does take that. It helps to have 3 robots. Here we go. Driver control, counting down. There's 5, 4,
1, and robot.
Now, if Chicken is going to play for the blue or the red team now that they are playing. It appears they've gone back and they're picking up red balls. So I think they're going to play for the red team.
Well, that would be nice. That'd be nice for the red side. Looks like 3 of these teams are from Granville High School. We have 1 team that is Who Has the Wrench? That's James R. Geisler Middle School, West Bloomfield, Michigan.
They're playing on a stage. They got curtains. They got an American flag. It's pretty formal there.
It looks very nice. Nice wooden floors.
Looks nice.
Good camera angle so we can see what's going on.
Yep.
And their robot is pretty much taking care of the blue balls on that field.
Coming down to a minute left here. Blue's got a sizable advantage. It'll be hard to overcome that autonomous jump ahead with 81 points.
Yeah, it is.
And then also at the bottom right of your screen, Dutch, that 244D is currently and has been for several weeks the top robot in Michigan in the rankings. So we'll see how this shakes out, but my money is that Blue will probably handily win this when it's all settled. If you recall, we've watched these teams play before. There's 37 seconds left. You can see on the lower left, the red robot dropping a ball into the tower I at the bottom right of your screen. Now you're getting down to the last 26 seconds. They got to score the last of the balls. Asphalt's cleared the field. All the balls are scored. They're trying to decide what to do now. They're driving around looking lost. 15 seconds left to finish this game. Dutch has got 2 or 3 balls left. They're trying to figure out where to shove those last couple. 13 seconds left. So there's 3 or 4 balls left sitting on Who Has the Wrenches field and a couple left on Dutch. But it appears to me that Asphalt has cleaned the field. So we'll see. They may give Dutch. The time is out. So we're going to stop that in that match here. And then they'll go ahead and do the scoring, and we'll see what happens. So the match is over. If I look at the Red Alliance, they've got... Well, I'm not sure. They didn't go for the middle tower, so I'm not sure what they decided to go after over there.
That's interesting.
It appears that the Blue Alliance clearly wanted the middle tower, and they played those diagonals again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like there could have been a little more cooperation on the red side because they picked different towers to park at. Though they did go for the bottom row, the GHI row, it looks like.
So they're scoring the Red Alliance right now. They typically score one alliance, then the others. They're scoring the Red Alliance. Then you'll see them score the Blue Alliance, and that score will start and go up, and the red score will probably go down as they take some towers away from red. But they're working through right now trying to score this match. Blue had 81 points in the autonomous portion of the game, right? So that and the 6 is the 87 where they're sitting. Nothing's changed since we left Auton on the blue side. Referees are working through the score. Here goes Blue starting to climb up now, see?
There we go.
We'll see where they end up when this all settles in. But I suspect, given the solid row across the center and their ownership of the center tower, they're probably going to take this one when the dust settles.
It looks like it.
Wait for the referees to finalize this one. This is our last practice match. Teams during the qualification match should be getting ready because we have our first qualification match coming. That's it. They call it. It's 128 to 110. Blue wins that one. Going to finalize the scores. We're going to finish that last qualification match. We're going to leave that last qualification match. Here he comes. Sorry, last practice match.
Practice match, right.
Here he comes. First qualification match of the night coming to the field right now. Boom, here it comes.
All right. This is the first of 14 qualification matches. We only have 9 teams tonight, so we have 14 matches for the teams.
It's going to take a few minutes to set this one up because if you look at the bottom right of your screen, Dutch just played. So they're going to have to go back and you'll get their field reset. And that'll take them a minute because they just played. In fact, they played twice in a row, if I remember right.
Yes. So they just switched the battery as well, which is always a good sign.
So give them a minute here to reset that field on the Dutch side. And Screw Strippers, we have no video from you, but I'm going to assume that you're there. And there's just some problem with the video feed from there.
If you notice in the upper left-hand side, we have Hogar, Colegio, La Milagrosa. They're from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. So this is quite a wide range of teams we have tonight across the United States.
It is, and they're across lots of time zones. So, it's different times of day for everybody.
Yep.
We often have Hawaiian teams that play, which is kind of fun, and we get teams from Canada quite often.
Yep.
But tonight, our furthest reach, I think, is Puerto Rico.
I think so.
There's nobody here on the West Coast today. It's, Illinois and Ohio and Michigan and Puerto Rico.
And that's it. So always happy to see lots of teams from everywhere. Okay, looks like Dutch is just about there. We're going to assume the Screw Strippers are ready to go as well.
We'll give a second, wait till they're off the field. We'll send a ready check once we get the teams ready here.
Always a good idea. Here we go.
Looks like all the fields are right. Looks like everybody's on the right side of the field. I was checking this time to make sure everybody's on the right side, and they're all on the right side of the field. So we feel pretty good about this.
Yep.
We're going to send the ready check out. We get 4 ready checks. We're going to start this first qualification match tonight. Of course, we get an autonomous period for 15 seconds as soon as we get 4 ready checks. And I got 1 from our team in Puerto Rico. I got 2.
All right.
Waiting for 2 more. I need Dutch, and they're still working on the robot, it looks like, so no rush there. But it does look like we have 2 of them ready. Indian Hills is ready in Cincinnati, Ohio, and our Puerto Rican team is ready. Waiting for Dutch and the Screw Strippers both to give us the high sign, tell us they're ready to play. Need a ready check from both of you, and we'll play autonomous.
All right, just waiting for a ready check from our blue teams. So if you'll gladly turn those green for us.
I think the Dutch team is almost ready. They're getting their robots set up. Of course, they want to try to complete that home row during the autonomous period, right? So
right.
The alignment of the robot and the prep is all pretty important.
And they can do it. If everything's lined up right, they can get an entire row. They've got a ready check.
We've got 3 ready checks. We're waiting for 1 more from Screw Strippers. Do not have a ready check from them. Need 1 more. I'm going to check with our referees a second because we may decide to start this match just because everybody's here.
Okay. Looks like we're almost ready to go. All right, our refs are checking with the Screw Strippers, making contact through the Zoom.
Referees say we're going to play, so we're going to start counting on autonomous. Here we go, starting off now. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Looks like our teams are off and running. All 3 of the ones we can see are shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rican team shoots 2 towers in a row, headed to the top.
Nice. Wow.
Right of your screen, they've completed a row, so that's Dutch completing the full row.
Very nice, yeah.
We'll see what it shakes out. That probably will give them autonomous, but we won't know for just a minute until the referees score this one.
And that would be also a ranking point.
Yeah, because you get an extra ranking point for playing that row, and you also get enough points that 6 points often swings autonomous.
Yes.
Right now, you see it's 62-62. They're waiting to finish scoring this. They have to look at all 4 fields and figure out who moved what around. It's like Blue's got 80 points. It's leaning there pretty hard. It'd be hard to beat that 80. That's a pretty good score in autonomous. So we'll see if this swings the other way. But it looks to me like Blue is going to have this autonomous period.
Yep, seems like it.
Just need a high sign from the ref. As soon as we got that, we'll move on and we'll play. So they're talking to one of the teams right now about something they can't see clearly. So hold on just a second here. This is all these fields being run around the country.
Oh,
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So it is Blue. Here comes driver control teams. We're going to count down to driver control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds to try to clear these fields off, fill all those towers up. Of course, balls of your own color are worth 2 points. Balls of the opponent's color are worth 1 point.
All right.
So they start with, I believe, 14 balls of the opponent's color and 15 of their own. I think there's 29 balls in this field, remember, right?
All right.
And so the objective is to get all 29 balls into the towers. Of course, putting your color in the towers you want the most, and putting the other balls in the ones you don't care so much about. And at the end of the game, parking somewhere strategically to own that position on the field. Look what's going on right now. Our team from Puerto Rico has got almost all the balls off the field. I see a few blue ones out there still, but they've done a very nice job of getting off to a strong start in this match.
Yeah, they are giving Dutch a run for their money.
Indian Hill's still got a few to score down there. And we can't really tell what's going on with Screw Strippers, but something's going on because they scored. So we just don't know what's going on with the camera. We don't have any view of them in the course of the play.
Of course, the referees do have some views that we don't have, so we will still be able to score them.
Looks to me like the Puerto Rican team is actually swapping colors. They're trying to decide what colors they want in each tower, and they're rebalancing the colors in each tower so they have appropriate ownership potential.
All right. Looks like Indian Hill Robotics Club has just about all the red balls off the field. So we've got about 20 seconds to go, 15 seconds to go.
It's very hard to tell how this comes out. With not being able to see one team, it's real hard for us to give you the heads up on who's going to win this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that the lower right Dutch, that's about as clean as they can get. There's one blue ball stray on the field, which is unusual down there.
Yeah. Oh.
But the left side, the rolling around on their fields too. So I think blue's going to take this one. I say that without seeing the blue field for Screw Strippers, but it kind of looks like the Dutch team has such a strong showing down there that they probably have led the way. There's a little bit of help from Screw Strippers, and they're going to win this one. It's really a game right now of clearing the field, right?
Yeah. These robots become so efficient. The drivers are so good that they basically clear the field before we run out of time.
Very curious to see what happens. The upper right tower, you see the Indian Hills Robotics Club in Tower C is touching that tower. And there's 2 red balls there and then 2 blue balls with our alliance partner, right? So that's 2, 4, 6, 12 points.
Yep.
Blue needs that to complete their row. They tend to play a diagonal row across there. And I see 3 balls in there. I can't tell what the Screw Strippers have.
Yeah, yeah. The red could have taken that upper right tower.
This match is over. We're going to wait for the final score before they finalize the scores here. The referees give us the high sign in just a minute. There's still a little bit of math out there. Blue's got a slight lead, but that could easily change as they sort out who really has what.
All right.
This is our first qualification match tonight. We played a couple of practice matches first. Going to be a chance to kind of test out the technology, used to what they were doing.
Yep, and just get used to the procedures. This is a little different than an in-person match. We're taking 4 fields and sort of superimposing them on top of each other.
Yeah, that's kind of an understatement. It's a little different. But the scoring's different, the strategy's different, and the method of play is so different because you have to remember to click this and do that. The referees say we're done. It's 110 to 86. Blue takes that one.
Nice.
We're going to finalize that scores. That was our first practice match for the night. Going to continue from there. We're going to leave this first match and go to our second qualification match of the night. Bringing them onto the field right now. Going to cue them up. Here we go. Got 4 teams we're looking for. Looks like I got 3 pictures. 288E has to log themselves on. So if you're a 288E, we need you to log in a second. If I look at the match schedule, you're grayed out in the match schedule, so I know you're not logged in.
Yep. They're sharing a field tonight with another team, so they've got to log in and out each time.
Yeah, why don't you take us to a brief timeout, Doc, while we're doing this. So we're going to just give you a pleasant screen to look at. We'll be back with you in just a minute. And we're back. So we got all our teams logged in. Going to send a ready check here. All teams you would, click in the ready check for me. Very happy to say we got all the red teams on the red side, all the blue teams on the blue side. Fields appear to be set up right. So we're ready to play this match as soon as everybody ready checks, which they have done. So it's time for autonomous. We're going to count that down. 5, 4. We're off and playing. It's time to play autonomous. 15 seconds here. See what these robots can do. Is there a chance to score without any human intervention?
Their field is not set up right.
That's the end of autonomous there. We'll see what we got. We do have one field's got a couple balls in the wrong place, it looks like. Not going to affect the play at this point.
Right.
But it looks like they got it set up a little bit off. Not going to affect match play in any big way. So they're scoring the autonomous period right now. Whoopsie daisy. All right, I clicked the wrong button there. Sorry about that. I went to click us to score it, and I hit the driver control. So
that's easy to do.
Whole was we're going to pick driver. As soon as they finish scoring, we'll go to driver control. Right now it says 59 to 59, and I'm certain somebody did something, so I'm sure it's not 59 to 59. So we'll let the score settle in from autonomous. As soon as they're done there, we will start the driver control period. Minute and 45 then for them to try to clear this field off. Got a thumbs up. They say it is indeed a 59 to 59 tie.
Wow.
So going to driver control. Here we go. Playing.
All right, robots are moving.
I see all the robots moving. That's a good sign. Minute and 40 seconds. So you're going to watch across the top. Upper right, chickens up there playing the blue line. See at the top of your screen, very far upper right. Got a ball in there, a claw, putting it up and going to shoot it into the tower. And it's a shot and a miss. It rolls off outside the field. That wasn't a good shot. Down below, you got Asphalt taking a shot at the lower center tower. They hit that one, so they score in goal D. They got a red ball they're trying to take out of goal G right now. They've got it. They're going to put it back up on top. Going across to the red side of the field, I've got, according to Calc, on the lower side of your field, it's 244E. They're trying to pick up some blue balls, it looks like. They're headed for the center tower. They're going to push one out and shoot a red one on top. All right.
Nice.
Who has the wrenches back, of course, from West Bloomfield, Michigan, 95765A. They're on the upper left of your screen. Got a red ball in their robot. They're picking up a blue ball also. They're going to the lower right tower. That's goal I. They shoot the red one in. Going to the center. They're going to goal F on that side. Going to shoot the blue one. Put that one in too, hopefully. There you go. They
nice.
Topped off both those towers.
That's a really nice robot. That is very maneuverable and very efficient. And that's a middle school team, by the way, Mr. Hepper.
It's fun to watch them run side to side, too. The robot slides nicely.
Yeah, that is very nice. Very maneuverable.
They're back and playing the center tower now.
Yep. Looks like a lot of center action going on.
16 seconds left here. Spins and drops. Wow, it's be fun. The center tower, red actually has got pretty well stacked up. Blue may not take that center tower this time.
Yeah, it's very possible.
So many times they do. They're shooting the last ball. There's 6 blue balls, though.
Yep.
If both blue rods touch that center tower, they are going to...
Chicken's touching.
It's touching, but look at the upper left. You got who has the wrench.
Yep.
They've got a blue ball in the robot. That counts.
Wow.
The robots touch the tower, and the ball in there is going to count under the current rules.
That change of rules is pretty significant.
It is. Balls that are... Now, I'm not sure it has to touch the tower or not. The ball is in the robot, and I can't tell if that ball is actually touching the balls in the tower or not. So that'll be a referee call. That may not count.
Yeah, it may not be breaking the plane of the tower, I think.
Right, but as long as one of the balls you're holding is breaking the plane, then all you got, they're touching that ball count. It's really interesting.
That is an interesting rule.
But that's the referee's job, not mine. I'm sure there's some complexities to that rule. I know they were talking about how it changed and how it changed the scoring quite a bit.
Yeah, that would have changed the outcome of several matches in the past.
If you look right now, they're still scoring. It's 115 to 114. So it's super close. We're going to end this match. We're going to finalize the scores as soon as they're done. We have a 115 to 114 final score. Blue wins by a point.
That is the final score.
That's a super close qualification match. We're going to finalize those scores, move on to the next qualification match of the night. We're going to leave match number 2. We're headed for qualification match number 3. Here we go. Jumping that one up. Going to cue that match on the field.
All right, number 3 of 14.
Well, I got video from 2 teams. It's sliding down. Now, Roadwork Ahead is going to have to log onto that field. What that is they share a field with a team that was just there. So they have to log on. And that field's got to be reset. So this is going to take a minute to do that.
It takes a minute, yep. So we've got teams sharing fields, and sometimes the two teams that are sharing the same field are playing at the same time. So they've got to run off and find a different field. So it gets a little complicated around here, but our kids get a lot of exercise and lots of experience.
Indian Hills Robotics, if you guys can hear me, the balls around your center goal are not set up correctly.
Oh.
You got to spin them around, the 2 blues and the 2 reds. You got to flip-flop one red and 1 blue.
There you go, left and right.
Yep, close. It is the one in your left hand, but it's the one on the other side of the tower.
Yep, send him to the other side. There you go.
No.
Nope.
No, you had it. No, still not there.
Nope. We need the 2 diagonal blues on
there
the
you
left.
go.
There you
Winner, chicken dinner. They got it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Oh, no, they... son of a gun, they don't. Hey, guys, you're still off by 1 ball. Indian Hills. Hey, if you look at your screen at the other team's screens, you can see how they're set up because everybody else got theirs set up.
Yep.
And you can say which of these things is not like the others. It's kind of that old Sesame Street game. It's the way you check fields real easily. If you got 3 of them and one of them's not the same, it's normally that one that's wrong, not the other 3.
That front one should be... Oh, yes.
There you got it.
That looks right.
Here's a little entertainment while we're waiting for teams to reset their fields. I'm going to send a ready check out right now.
Yep. Looks like the robots are on the correct sides, the ones we can see.
We got to get Roadwork Ahead logged in right now. We're waiting for that team. They had to log into a field another team was on, so it'll take just a minute there. There we go. Everybody's in. Oh, that's not good. Takes the time out a sec, will you, Doc?
Will do. Alrighty, we're back. Whoops. What the heck? Oh, there we go.
And we're back. We're going to ready check our teams here. It's our next qualification match for the night. Got all 4 cameras working, all 4 teams there. If you before ready checks, we'll start the autonomous period. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Time for autonomous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see 3 of the robots moving. I don't believe Roadwork Ahead has any autonomous code in that robot.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's not moving. It's not a systems problem. Although, we just watched Who Has the Wrench throw the ball in a really odd place. Their code's not doing what they think it was going to do. This is one of the more unusual autonomous periods I've seen. The robots did all kinds of curious things.
Except for Roadwork Ahead.
Well, it didn't move, but I mean, if you look at Who Has the Wrench, it's sitting over the side and it jumped a ball in the middle of the field, but it didn't score anything in a goal.
Yeah, it's almost as if the robot started from the wrong position.
You know, our friends in Puerto Rico scored, it looks like a couple of towers, and they're sitting against the middle tower, so
yeah.
I think they got a pretty good shot at this. They should take autonomous with that, I would think. We'll let the referees score it. Yeah. They have. They do indeed. The blue team takes it thanks to the efforts of the Puerto Rican team at the lower right of your screen. Here we go. We're going to play driver control. Time starts in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh,
just
lost video from one team. We got a video. They're back. All right. Well, we're counting on minute 39. They're not moving, though. That's not a good sign.
That is...
We may have a delayed video there, too. It's possible.
Let's
Sometimes
hope
that happens.
Yeah, every now and then the video will freeze, and then the robot reappears somewhere else on the
I think
field.
what's going on. So if you'll just tell them what's going on in the game here as they watch these robots score.
All right. So we see road work ahead, working that middle tower as we watch them grab the red balls and hopefully score some. We see the Indian Hills Robotics Club cleaning up the field, at least cleaning the red balls off the field. It looks like they've got one left that's not in the robot. Meanwhile, looks like Puerto Rico is still frozen. I'm hoping that video is frozen and that robot is running around on the field. No, I just saw somebody walking by. Okay, so we're having some technical difficulties, I think, with the Puerto Rican team. Their robot is not moving. So the blue side is in for a tough match. Who's got the wrench? That's James R. Geisler Middle School, West Bloomfield. They are cleaning off the field very efficiently, going for the blue balls in the center tower. So if the Puerto Rican team is touching the center tower, we may have an advantage for the blue side, actually, that they have the most balls in the blue tower and touching it at the end. Hey. All right. We're coming to the end of the match. It looks like all the robots have come to rest, and our intrepid scorers are counting up. They're moving the beads on that abacus. We have a special guest scorer named Maury tonight. He's a former Robodog who is especially talented at this type of thing. Maybe we could get him to write some software to run some tournaments like this. It's always the code, Maury. All right, so our referees are counting those scores. It's 4 fields superimposed on top of each other, so it's quite a daunting task. They also have some screens, some stills of different parts of the field that we don't see, so they can do a much, much more accurate job than we can in determining the final score. We can make some predictions, but it looks like red has this one. And we've got thumbs up, so it is a red victory with both autonomous 107-70.
Well, in that match, then, we're going to finalize those scores. And so we can do while we go to the next match in a second. We'll show you what the rankings look like a second. So we're going to leave this match, though, and queue up our next one. And while they prep, we're going to take a quick look and see where we stand so far in the rankings. So queuing those matches right there, they got to reset the field for road work ahead. While they do, let's jump over the rankings a second. If you look at this right now, these are just a couple of screens. On the center of your screen, you see right now 244D is sitting in first place. They only have one win. It's very early in the night. They're tied with two or three other teams there. But, you know, we see our rankings, and you see on the current matches, we're currently queued for match 4 that we're resetting for right now. And next up is match 5. So that's the quick standings. We're going to come back to that later once they're more interesting. But we do have the standings ready to go. So let's go back to the main fields here. It looks like road work ahead is almost ready. They're resetting that field. All the 3 teams are there. It looks like they're all on the right side of the field. That always makes me happy.
They're all on the correct side of the field, you mean?
Well, okay, that too. Correct side. Okay, so it looks like they're almost set. Road work ahead does not have autonomous code, so it's not going to matter a whole lot, I don't think, if we get them terribly ready, other than the fact their field is set up right, because they're not going to go anywhere in autonomous here.
They will be in battery power saving mode.
There we go. They got one blue ball to try and find a home for right now. Looks like they think they're ready.
All right.
All right, we're going to send the ready check out here. See all the fields look like they're there. As soon as we get 4 ready checks, we're going to autonomous. Teams, if you're watching, you should have got a ready check. I need a response from all of you. I got 2 ready checks back. Need 2 more to go. I got
3.
3. 1 to go. All in. Here we go. Time to go to autonomous countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds.
Looks like we have robots moving. Maybe not.
I see at least 2 moving.
Oh, boy.
I can't tell if the blue robots are moving at all. It looks to me like according to Calc may not be moving. It doesn't move during this phase of the game. So
Right.
that's going to wrap up the autonomous period. I'm just guessing that we're going to find that red got that one given they moved.
I think that is probably the
Referees
case.
are going to score this one a second. See, they do have several towers over there, so that's an excellent thing. I'm not sure they got the win point because I don't think they got all 3 towers in their home row. But they clearly have 2 of the towers, so I think red's going to take autonomous when the referees get through this. Waiting for a thumbs up. They're all looking like they're almost there.
And thumbs
We're
up.
good. That's it. So red indeed does take autonomous, 65 to 54. Driver control, counting down.
4, 3, 2, 1. Driver control.
Hopefully all 4 are moving now. We got all 4 moving. There we go.
That's always a good sign.
So we got a number of qualification matches tonight. We're going to play a total of 14 matches followed by a playoff. We're just making our way through right now match 4. So we got a ways to go tonight. We should be done about 8:15 or so based on the current timeline. Red, of course, took autonomous. Had a little lead, and they had the autonomous win. Gets them 6 points.
All right. All right. Blue is working the side row.
It's fun to watch.
CFI.
What about the top 244D? You watch them spin those balls through. I tell you, there's enough lag in the video on the software we use that I look up and the tower's got new balls in it. It's like it goes so fast that if you miss it, and there's a lag at all in the thing. It's like boom, how do all those balls get in there? And they've changed all the balls in the tower.
My broadcast screen is about 3 or 4 seconds behind yours, too. So
Well, that makes it more fun to watch.
really makes it
So
interesting.
I can talk about things that you see a few seconds later.
That's right. You're seeing the future, or I'm looking into the past.
There we go. It's fun to watch what they're playing right now. Of course, 244D and 244C on the left-hand side of your screen, both Granville, Michigan teams. On the right, 244F and 244E, also Granville teams.
Yep, they're all in this building right now.
So 5 teams from Granville playing tonight, and lo and behold, 4 in the same match. That's kind of not very common. You don't see that.
Yeah, we don't see that too often.
You'd be surprised how many times you'll say you got all those teams. They all play against each other all the time, but when you get an event with other people, I'm always shocked how few times you see this right here, where all 4 teams. It's kind of fun right now. If I look at the lower right of the screen, time has run out. It looks like the 2 teams to the left, Dutch and Asphalt, they're both touching the center tower, and there's 6 red balls in there.
Oh, my gosh.
So 6 times. There's 24 points in just that center tower right now. And if you look, Dutch is holding another ball that I'm certain is touching the tower because they're smart about that. So I'm sure they've got 7 balls in there.
Yeah, and there's just 1 free ball on the red side, too. There's nothing left.
Well, so that 7 times 4 is 28 points in just the center tower. So red is going to have this one. The question really would be by how much. Going to finish off that match, get ready to finalize the scores, and the referees give us the heads up. This will be our high score so far tonight, and it may be our high score for the night. We'll see. It's going to be a big score on the red side because there's so many points in just that center tower. So critical when you play this game to watch where the other people are at near the end of the game and make sure the tower you're touching is going to actually help you. If you look at the field team on the upper right, 248E, they touched that center tower. It was kind of a feud left at that point because if you look at the other 2 red teams, there's so many red balls, they don't stand a chance of taking that tower. That wraps it up. 147 to 76 for that match. The referees call that good. We're going to finalize those scores. Top score of the night so far and probably could stand as our top score for a while. 147 is an excellent score in live remote. So we're going to go cue our next match up. Here we go. Going to bring it to the field right now. One of those teams has to log back onto their computer because it's a team sharing a field. So we got to wait a sec for 288E to get logged in somewhere. And Screw Strippers looks like continue to have video problems for us. We do not have a video feed from them. But once the other teams have got their fields reset and everybody's logged in, we will go ahead and send the ready check, and then we'll start this match.
All right. On the lower right, we'd like to give a shout out to Indian Hill Robotics Club. Thanks for joining us tonight. Cincinnati, Ohio.
think this may be it. Why don't you take us to break for a sec? Maybe just a pleasant, peaceful screen to watch a sec. We'll be right back as soon as we get these teams all set and ready to go again, because it's going to take a minute to get this field reset. Well, it looks like we'll just let you watch the teams while we do this, but we'll be back with you in just a minute. We're back. All right, we're coming back right now. It looks like we're almost ready to go. We're going to fire a ready check off to these teams and see who's ready to go. Ready check is out there. Not quite reset yet. Chicken's still got a red ball that's off in the wrong place on the field. Kind of rolled off from the center. See 2 blue robots on the blue side of the field. That's always good. 1 robot on the red side. I got a ready check here. I got 2 ready checks. I got 3 ready checks. I need 1 more ready check from Chicken. And we're going to start and play our autonomous period. But they're still setting their field. It looks like they're still not quite there yet to try to get the balls where they all belong.
All right, looks like we might be ready to rumble.
I think we are. Let's take this thing to autonomous here. We're going to start, and we're off. Down.
3, 2, and autonomous.
We're playing.
Robots are really robots right now. They're working under their own guidance.
It's always amazing how fast they move. 15 seconds goes by super quick.
Lines down. We wait for our intrepid referees to do their counting.
I think red's going to have that, but I can't see one of the teams. So the referees can't. We'll see what they have to say. As soon as they give us the high sign, we'll go to driver control. But it feels to me like red has that one. The red team I can see did score.
Yep, sounds like they're talking to one of the teams. That doesn't sound
Some
good.
conversation going with the referee out there. Something with one of the teams they're trying to sort out. So bear with us a second here. This is taking some time. What happens in the fields when the teams are all spread around? It's not like refereeing one field that's right in front of you. You have referees watching 4 monitors with screens showing teams around the world, and you have to talk to those teams remotely. There we go. High sign. Red gets it. 66-54. That's the end of autonomous. Going to play driver control teams. Here we go. Going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, we can see are all moving around, all putting balls in the towers. It's kind of fun to watch that road work ahead, the upper right of your screen if you're watching this at home. That robot moves sideways and spins. It's got a very unusual drivetrain compared to the other ones out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually got a drive with 4 wheels set on a diagonal to each other. So it can move, really elegantly around the field. So it's kind of fun to watch that one. They just are getting used to putting balls in the towers. They did a rebuild of that top arm assembly, and it's not quite hanging where they'd like it. But it's fun to watch them drive because that part of the robot is just solid. And they do a pretty good job of scoring. I'm not saying they're not, but
no, they are.
It's fun to watch them move. And you say, how does that robot move like that? It glides from side to side and moves in all kinds of interesting ways because of that unusual wheel arrangement.
Early in the season, that robot was pretty successful without the top on it. But now at this point in the season, they need to score.
Well, check this out. We got 43 seconds. I'm going to zoom on a screen that you don't see this. Look at this robot. It has the same drivetrain, Doc.
Yeah. It
you
is.
never see two robots in the same match doing this. This is our friends from Puerto Rico here. And what a robot. Oh, no, it's Indian Hills.
Indian Hills,
back.
yep. Indian
That's
Hills.
Cincinnati, Ohio. That robot's got the same, see the diagonal wheels in here? Watch that thing move.
Yep.
It's unusual to see two robots with that drivetrain in the same match. But we've got here with 21 seconds left. We've got two robots doing that. That robot, and of course up here, road work ahead. Go take a look at that one in a sec. You see the same diagonal drivetrain in this thing. Makes them very fast and agile. So 10 seconds left.
It's a nimble bot.
Yeah, I said it's really crazy. I've never seen this year two in a row right next to each other with that same drivetrain. That's an unusual design, hard to program. It's fun to watch that Indian Hills team knows how to drive it too.
They do. Yeah.
It's a fun robot. That Indian Hills team is from Indian Hills High School in Cincinnati, Ohio, and just love the design of that robot and its ability to move around the field. Also like the ability of road work ahead to stand in front of the camera. It's always fun when they're trying to score something to have a bright orange shirt in between the camera and the field.
Thank you, Traffic Cone.
Okay, scoring right now. Looks like Red's going to have this one. Likely have the center tower, it looks to me like that. I would guess that, see one of the robots parked against it and three balls in there. That's going to beat the other guys, even if the other team didn't do anything. So I think Red's going to take this one handily. See if they can break that 147, which is our top score so far tonight. They got 142. Come on, we need 5 points to break the top score. Come on, give us a 147. Would love to see a new high score tonight. Actually, need 148 because we already have a 147.
Yep.
Fun to see our high score in this one. We're about halfway through here. Not quite halfway through our seeding our qualification matches. Stubbornly sitting right there at 142. That's and it could go down as they score the blue towers, right? Because when they score the blue goals, if blue takes one of those, they may move it from red to blue. So not likely to break our high score based on the way the referees normally conduct the order of scoring, but we'll see. An excellent run though. Look how empty that chicken field is. A beautiful run by those guys. Few blue balls still out there, but you know that diagonal row with red parked to the center tower. You know, I think they very likely will have. They're certainly going to win this one, I think. I don't know if they're going to have the high score for the night or not. I'm kind of hoping to see one, but we'll see as the referees wrap up what we have. Still talking teams about scores out there. They're working on it.
Still a bit of a chat going on here.
This is a process. Again, they score it here, and then they typically check with the teams if there's any discrepancies, and it can take a few minutes to equalize things across the miles. Sitting with 142 to 78. The current score is not final yet, but it looks like that's about where we're at. See the referee's pointing, and there's some active conversation going on out there.
Yeah.
We'll see how this shakes out when it's done, but there's a fair amount of discussion on how that's coming out there, and there's some discrepancy on one of the fields they're trying to figure out. Score still sits at 142 to 78, hasn't moved yet. 144. Oh, come on. Come on, give us 4 more points. 4 more points will give us 148 and the high score for the Knights. 145, it's inching up there. Look at that.
Yep.
Still 2 points short of the high score for the night, but it was an excellent score.
Yeah, there's active discussion out there, so we'll see if this changes at all.
Well, it's 145 to 78 right now.
Yes, it is.
I should put a camera on the refs. Let people watch this at home. This is the part of the excitement of the game is watching them out there, kind of working their way through the score. Because there's four refs out there, and they all have screens in front of them where they're watching their own view of the game.
Yep, and they're all wearing boxing gloves.
Well, maybe not, but they are certainly engaged in an active conversation about scoring. It's still 145 to 78. Hasn't moved for a few minutes, but we did pick up a couple of points. Right, it was 143, so we picked up 2 points. They're trying to see if they can't get us that high score for the night, I think. Almost need the Jeopardy music, right? Well, we need a soundtrack for this thing.
Yes.
As we wait for the referees to get us a final score here.
Yeah, this is taking a while.
It's a hard one. And again, I don't know what they can see, right? Because what they get is they get still pictures from the fields on a constant stream. So unlike the video we've got, they can step back through and look at those photographs. and tell what happened in the field over time. So sometimes they roll it back, 10 seconds and follow the photos forward and see what happened each second along the way. And that appears to be what they're doing right now. It looks like they're still running, because they just took a point away from red. It's back down to 144 to 78.
Okay.
If you're in the next match, I encourage you to get ready, because we'll want to play that match in a minute here.
Yeah, please take a look at your schedules. We have enough of a delay here where teams not using any one of these 4 fields should be ready to go.
Thumbs up. That's the score, 144 to 80. Blue picked up a couple more points, but it's 144 to 80. Red wins handily, but not a new high score for the night, but an excellent 144 points. We're going to finalize that score, leave that match, move on to qualification match number 5. Here we go, jumping into that match. Going to cue those teams. Let's see what we got. We're resetting the chicken field, it looks like. They just played, so we've got to wait for them to reset a second. The other fields look like they're all set up.
Yep, they look good too.
Both red robots are on the red side of the field. Makes me happy.
Yep. All the blue robots are on the blue side of the field.
We're going to take a brief, hold on a second. I think we're going to take a break in a second. Let me think about that, because I'd like to take a brief break while we wait for that team to set up the field. So you at home don't have to sit here and watch them run around and put balls all over the field. So I'm going to drop us off here a second. And if you would, let's just go to a brief timeout.
All right.
Okay, Team Back Live. Yep. And we're back here. We're ready to play. We're going to send the ready check. All the fields are set up now. Thanks for bearing with us at home while we wait for people to reset their fields. We also have a robot one of our teams that's swapping out their computers, trying to give us a more reliable video signal. So here we go. I got ready checks from all of the teams. We're going to fire up the autonomous. It's time to play the autonomous. Here we go. Up and running. And we're playing. So 15 seconds of autonomous to play here. It looks like all 4 robots are moving. That makes me so happy to see them all moving. On the upper left, according to calc, lower left, Dutch. Both Granville teams. Right-hand side, Chicken. And above them, our team from Puerto Rico, 63Z. So that's the end of autonomous. They're going to score that one for us here. We'll see where the scores end up. Looks like red, though, completed a lower left. Dutch completed a row. It'd be hard to beat for the blue team, so I'm thinking red probably has this. Blue dropped a couple of balls. You see up, they got the center tower on the right-hand side. So we'll see how it shakes out. But it looks like blue has a pair of balls in the towers. Looks like red completed a row. Looks like red's going to take autonomous to me. But it is indeed. The referees give me the high sign. 80-57, red's got autonomous. Time for driver control. We're going to count that down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off and running right now. We've got a minute and 45 to play. All 4 robots in motion right now. If you watch according to calc right now, they took the upper left of your screen, the upper left screen quadrant. They got picked up red balls off the field. They're grabbing a red ball along the top rail. They're going to tower B, it looks like. No, they aren't. They're going to the center. Look at that. Turn around, going right down there to tower E in the center. Goal E, got the ball inside. Driving up, going to take the shot. It's up and it misses, but it falls back into the robot. Going to try it again. Up and in. It's in that time. So according to calc, 2 shots, gets it in. Meanwhile, on the bottom, you see Dutch, lower left of your screen, processing balls. Again, this robot is the one that if the screen pauses, you don't see what happened because it rotates 3 balls to those towers so incredibly fast that if there's any slowdown on your screen, you look up and say the balls all change color. It's just so much fun to watch that particular robot. Upper right, you got our Puerto Rican team playing in the upper right quadrant. You see the center tower stacked blues. That's an excellent strategy. You also see they've got the left and the right towers. You got towers D and F, the middle left and the middle right on your screen in the upper right quadrant. And you see they put a 4th ball in that tower D. So these guys have done this before, it looks like. That's a strategy that's uniquely for the live remotes. It doesn't work for in-person play. When you see them try to get every ball off the field. In person, you want to put your opponent's balls on the field. You want to leave just your color in the towers. When you play live remote, you want to fill all the towers with every ball on the field. So you see a very different strategy of gameplay when they play here against people remotely. Lower right of your screen, we haven't talked about Chicken yet. They played very well in the last match. You can see them off in the center right now, sitting by the center tower. They have a ball in their robot. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. The robot's not moving all of a sudden. That's because the time ran out, of course. So here I am calling the game, and I realized that we hit 0 time. So everybody's touching the center tower. Now, that said, there are 5 red balls in the center tower, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue balls in the center tower. However, I would guess, just knowing 244D, that they've got a ball in their robot. In fact, I think I see a blue ball tucked in their robot that's touching the tower. And as long as they push that ball out to be in contact with the balls in the tower, that's going to count. And that's going to take that tower for red. So it's interesting. Red may steal this one in the center for what would have been a tie by having another ball that they stuck up against the balls in the tower at the very end just by driving over there with it. So we'll see how it shakes out. I'm predicting a red win right now. But we got to see what happens as the dust settles here.
Even though the blue side appears to be dancing.
Yeah, they're dancing, but it might be a touch early to dance,
Yep.
Because that center tower is going to matter. Blue clearly was playing a row across. If you look at the top right of your screen, our Puerto Rican team, they're trying to play a D-E-F row right across the center.
Yeah.
And with red taking the center tower away from them, it breaks that row up.
Yep.
So not only does red pick up a couple rows that they make with that center tower, but they successfully take away rows from blue, and they did it by having that spare ball tucked in their robot. They shoved up against the center column in the finals there. So in the last seconds, it looks like Dutch probably had a sly move that took the center tower and swung the score. I don't think this will be no high score. Dutch was the part of the alliance that has 147. This isn't going to be 147, I don't think, because the blue teams played really well. I just think at the last minute they probably had some of this stolen away from them by a good move by the red team at the very end. So we're going to finish that match up. They're going to give us our final scores a second. And the software has to both in the match and in the settle the scores. So We've ended the match. We haven't finalized the scores yet. I'm waiting for the high sign from the referee.
And there it is.
There it is, 135 to 106. Red takes that one. Excellent job. Well played on both sides. We're going to finish that match up. We're going to leave that match. We're going to cue our next qualification match coming to the field right now. 4 new teams coming out here. And they're up and they're queued. So I'm looking for 244C Asphalt on the upper left. Who has the wrench in the lower left? Road work ahead, the lower right. And at the top of right, screw strippers. So 244C has to swap onto a field. They were playing on a field that was just played on by a team a moment ago. And so you have to give us a second here while they swap that field and get ready to go. Looks like the other two down below are both set up. They're both on the right side, the proper side of the field, not the right side of the field. And it looks like all the balls are in the right places. So we're just waiting for 244C to get that field reset and to get their computer swapped over to the new team number. So let's go back to a break briefly. We'll take you back to our peaceful screen, and we'll be back within a minute. This next match here, we're ready to play. Looks like we're set. I got 3 ready checks. The screw strippers were swapping computers and working on their cameras, so we'll give them just a minute here. When they're ready, I'm sure they'll let us know by hitting the ready check, and then we'll play.
Okay, we're back live.
Well, we're still waiting for one more ready check, and we're ready to play here. We're having a little fun. It's about halfway through the matches tonight, and it's always interesting when you're in the broadcast area working with our referees and all the folks that are helping to make this event go. Hey, there we go. I see our friends the screw strippers. Hi, guys.
They're working.
You know, when they have the mask on, you can't read their lips. You can't tell what he said to us, but I think,
Hopefully it was something nice.
Oh, look at this. Here we go.
That?
I see the classroom. Hey, I see a field. Check it out, man.
Excellent.
When you play your first couple events, this software is so frustrating because I'm certain what happened is his other camera, the software is not recognizing the other webcam, and he's trying to use the webcam that's in the computer itself as a last resort. It's like, I'm going to try this. But this software can be so frustrating when it does that. Looks like he's going to get settled on there.
Yeah.
We can see all but one of the towers right now. So we need to see goal G. It seems to be missing from our current field of view, but we do need goal G back. Once we have that, we'll be ready to play this thing. Almost. Oh my gosh, this is they're working on it. It's always fun to try to balance a computer on something high up in the air and point it down so it sees all the goals. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, we got our ready checks. I think we're going to play autonomous. I think we're set to play here. We're going to try this. Here we go. If everybody's off their fields, I'm going to count down autonomous. So we're going to play. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. I have 2 robots moving and 2 robots not moving right now. Red hit several of their goals. I see the lower left, who has the wrench again, our friends from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Put them in both goals A and D. And up on the upper left, it looks like our asphalt team hit goal A. So it's going to go red. We'll wait for the referees to give us a sign here. They're thinking about it out there. As soon as we get a go-ahead from them, we're going to move to driver control. Looking about. They're working on it.
Nice hat and cape there, Screw Strippers.
You want to say that name real carefully.
But always.
Here we go. It looks like getting close. I see 3 of the refs heads up. 1 still working on something. Almost there. It's going to be red. The question is, by how much, I think. I don't think blue is going to get this one. It's thumbs up. It's red, 66-54. In the autonomous period, it's time to play driver controlled. Here we go. We're going to count it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off and playing.
Driver control.
See all 4 robots moving. That's always good. Now, what's interesting is, if you look at the robots on the right-hand side of the field, Doc, don't you think, didn't we see these 2 paired up a few minutes ago? They're the 2 of them with the diagonal drivetrains.
That's right, yeah.
If you look at them, all 4 wheels are set on a at a 45-degree angle, all 4 corners. Those 2 robots are playing together again.
They are doing it again.
What are the odds of that? 2 robots in North America built like that. They're both here on the same night, and they both play together twice.
Astronomical.
It's the hat.
It must be. The hat and the cape.
It's a screwstrapper's hat and cape. That's it.
It's a magical robot.
So we're up and playing right now. 4 very different views of the fields.
Road work ahead looks like they're... we're not even close to the end. There we go. Now they're moving.
I think the screen froze for just a second.
Yeah, that kind of scared me a little. I thought we were...
Asphalt's up in the air. Lower left, upper left of your screen, got a blue ball up in the air, going for the corner. Shoots goal G and puts it in. Picking up a red ball off the ground. Here they go again. Head for their tower. Headed to the tower D on the left. No, they're going to the center. No, they aren't. Where are they going? It is the center. They're up and they're shooting the center tower. Boom. It's in. Asphalt takes that. That's the upper left quadrant of your screen. Lower left quadrant of your screen, you see our team from Bloomfield Hills, who has the wrench, rapidly clearing that field. You see a lot of towers with red balls in them. I see a couple blues left in the field, but that's about it with 11 seconds yet to go. So they're doing a nice job of clearing that field. I feel like it's going to be a red game to me just because of the strength they had in autonomous, and also if you look, they've cleared the field largely. They've got more balls, so all 4 robots are touching the center tower.
Yep.
But on the red side, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds and 1 blue. On the blue side, I see a red. I see 4 reds. So that's 4 points on the blue side times quadrupled is 16 points.
Yeah.
Because they put red balls in instead of blue. On the other side, you see 5 reds and a blue. That's 11 points. Quadrupled is 44 points.
Yeah, if they're all touching, which it looks like they are.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's amazing. Because that can be a 48-point tower if you touch it with 2 robots and you fill it with all your color. So red's going to take this one. It's a new high score for the night, it looks like. That 160. It looks like that's going to be a final score. They're working on wrapping it up here. But it looks like red's going to take this one and going to set a new high score for the evening. We're going to get ready to finalize the score as soon as the referees give me the high sign here. But an excellent run by our Red Alliance, and it appears that they have perhaps set our new high score for the night. And 160 is an excellent, excellent score for live remote.
That is amazing. All right. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Boss tonight if he's listening and watching on the internet. Hopefully he's got his bunny slippers on and his feet up. So text us if you're out there, Mr. Boss.
Mr. Boss, normally here he's a referee. Normally we play in-person events, and the live remotes he tends to be at home watching. So I'm sure he's got, like you said, the bunny slippers and the lazy boy kickback, and he's making fun of everything we're saying tonight. So.
Exactly. Yep. He's kicked back in his smoking jacket and just watching this happening.
Well, waiting to finalize the scores here. It's taken a while, but I guess with 160 points, it takes a while to count that all.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of beads on the abacus.
Yep. Well, I'm not sure what they're. Yeah. Well, they're still working. I see them all still like working. It's just like this isn't done yet.
Oh yeah. All right. It's giving our team some time to do some work too. It looks like.
Qualification match 8 next. I got a thumbs up, do we? I think I got a thumbs up. Maybe a thumbs up. Got a thumbs up. Going to wrap that match up. Going to finalize those scores and leave that match.
Excellent. We're at the halfway mark in our qualification rounds.
We are. Queuing our next match halfway through the night here. Up comes qualification match number 8. It is match number 8.
All right.
It's only 14 tonight, so we passed the halfway point. We have 3 of our 4 teams here. Who has the wrench has to reset their field, I'd imagine.
Yep. They were just playing.
While we're doing that, I could tell, according to Calc, to please straighten out the balls in the center of your field. The ones surrounding goal E are incorrect.
Oh, yes.
So, according to Calc 244E, if you would. According to Calc 244E, if you would, you got to fix those balls around the center tower of your field. They are in incorrect positions. There's a dash out to the center.
Yep. Exchange the east-west ones.
Go? Yeah. We'll get this.
There you go. Those are the 2.
Nice. First try. Impressive.
Well done, Batgirl.
Okay. Who has the wrench is still dark. It could be we're just missing their video feed. I'm going to go send a ready check out.
Yeah.
Teams, you got a ready check. If I get that back, we're going to play autonomous.
They were working on it before we left them, so we'll probably see them in a moment.
Indian Hells, I saw your thumbs up. Thanks. Got a ready check. Got a ready check down there from Dutch. 2 ready checks.
All right.
I need a ready check from 2 more teams that we can play this game. I got 3. We're just waiting for who has the wrench, and we're missing their video too, so they may have something going on over there. We'll give them just a second and see if they can figure it out. Got all 4 ready checks going to autonomous. Going to count it down. Here we go. Again, all the balls, all the teams don't start exactly the same time because the clocks on those computers may not be exactly aligned with ours. In which case, sometimes you may see a robot start a little early. It means it'll also finish a little early if it starts early. Watch it. All 3 towers going for the extra win points. Got 1 ball in front of it. It's not going to take the shot, however, it doesn't look like. So It's going to go blue, it appears, based on what you can see on the screen. We can't see one of the teams, so I can't tell you for sure. It feels like blue.
Yeah.
And once the referees score it, we'll go to driver control here.
All right, I can hear the buzzers out there. Hey, we got our video. Very nice. Who has the wrench is
It looks
up.
like they moved, too, because that doesn't look like a starting position, so they must have moved somewhere.
Yep, and there are balls moved on the field, so that's good.
Referees are scoring.
And thumbs up.
It is blue, 65-56, and the autonomous period time for driver control. Going to start that off here. Going to count down to driver control. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get away with it.
There's some lag in these cameras. It's interesting. I see a robot, and then all of a sudden it's across the field. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, look at that thing go.
Yep. It's kind of that old show Bewitched, you know.
That was a couple years ago.
Disappear and reappear somewhere else.
Minute 21 to go. Everybody's trying to put those balls in the goals.
Nice.
So 160 is our high score for the night so far. Until that last match, it was the previous high score was owned by the team in the lower right and one of their alliance partners. So 160 is the score to beat right now in terms of high score for the evening.
Blue side might do it.
Could be. Looks like they're off to a good start. I see some clearly a strategy being played out by the Blue Alliance. On the red side, it looks like they're clear balls off the fields. Up in the upper left, who has the wrench? Of course, that's our James Geisler Middle School from West Bloomfield. It's a middle school team.
Yep.
Bottom below that, that's our robot with all the wheels at the 45-degree angles, right?
Oh yeah, that's the gliding robot.
Yeah, Indian Hills Robotics Club, Indian Hills High School, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, very impressive bot.
Shooting the center tower, going up. Going to push it in the bottom, it looks like. No? Maybe? Not sure? Thinking about it? On the right side, Dutch has the field cleared. 13 seconds to go. They're sitting to park at the center tower. They are once again carrying a spare blue ball with them in that robot, and they're sticking it up against the balls in the tower. So the controller's down, actually.
Wow.
So Blue's going to finish this up. They're both touching the center tower, and I want to say there's only 4 blue balls, 5 blue balls, and a red one. So the top team on the right, according to Calc, did not fill that tower with blue, but they got 2 balls in there.
Yeah.
On the lower right, the Dutch has got 2 balls in the tower and 1 touching the other balls, so 3 balls and a red one. So, you know, they got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red balls, blue balls, and a red one.
Yep.
So 11 points times 4 is 44 points in the center alone. So there is the possibility for a high score there. They got an excellent score. We'll see how it all settles out, though. Right now it's sitting 142-68, and they're still working on the scoring out there. $150 is climbing up there. When we get to 160, you think? Last time I was saying it was at 144. I was hoping to get a bigger score. We're at 150 here. We need 11 points to make that the new high score of the night. We went down to 135. Going the wrong direction.
Going the wrong way.
135-68 right now, scoring this 8th of our qualification matches. Playing 14 qualification matches, followed by the playoffs tonight. Teams from across the U.S. and from Puerto Rico playing with us. Back up to 150 again. The referees giveth and the referees taketh away. That's the final score, 150-68. Just got the high sign. Going to end that match. 150 points. Blue does win that. Does not set a high score for the night. Going to finalize those scores. Going to leave this match. We're going to move ourselves into the next qualification match. Here we go. Moving through the evening here. Cueing that next set of teams. Qualification match number 10. No, sorry, number 9. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was 9.
Number 9. Chicken 280 down in the lower right now is probably moving onto a field, it looks like. They got to get themselves signed in and onto a field.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing with 244C asphalt that's above them. Left-hand side of the screen, we've got our Puerto Rican team at the top, team number 2263Z. And down at the bottom, we have Screw Strippers. That, of course, is the Lake Park High School team from Roselle, Illinois. The two teams we can see do appear to be on the proper side of the fields, and their balls appear to be set properly on the field.
They do. Yep. I was just taking a look at it, and robots are on the correct sides.
Yeah, for those of you at home, if you look, the team on the upper right is actually helping us out. If you look at asphalt, in front of their field, you'll see a field setup diagram on the floor. So that shows you exactly where all those game pieces go to start the match.
That's kind of a nice thing to have there next to your field.
That's how I can check it easily. I can look there and say, hey, look, I can do the same thing. Hey, look, there they are back. Screw Strippers, and they got their camera kind of settled even in a better place.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
And then it's gone, and it's back.
Oh. All righty.
I like that. They managed to get that up there where it's got a pretty good view.
Still have the cape and lost the hat, though.
Yeah?
I like the hat.
That field really fills that classroom up if you look at it.
It does, yeah. It's a 12 by 12 field, and that classroom is full.
All right, so we're waiting for one more team. Our 288E's got to get themselves properly logged into the computer so we can see them. We'll give them just a second here. You know, doing that. Take some. Let's look at the rankings a second while we wait here. So you see, rankings halfway through the night here. 244D is on top, 4 win points. 244C is right behind him with 3, and 244E has got with 10 win points, then 6 win points and 5 for 244E and 60172S. So 244D taking a commanding lead tonight, largely because they're completing that home row during their autonomous period, which gives them that bonus win point. So they're super strong so far tonight. Let's go back to the game right now. Looks like all 4 fields are ready.
Yep.
Looks like we're still working on that camera, though, with the Screw Strippers.
Yep.
But it's about time for us to... I see a camera up on a stand. See it behind him there?
Yeah, that...
I think the software is switching on him. He sets it all set, and all of a sudden it switches the other camera on him.
It could be.
Here he goes. See? He's going to do the same. He's got to pick this thing up again because the same problem as last time. That upper camera seems to be timing out or something. And then we can't see the field from the upper camera, so they take their laptop and someone holds it 7 feet in the air while we play.
Wow. That would allow the blood drain from your arms.
Well, I think it's probably a teamwork exercise. They probably stack 2 team members on top of each other, you know?
Oh, that could be. That might be why he lost the hat. It's kind of hard to...
That's it.
Yeah.
It was bothering the person on his shoulders. The hat was poking him in the nose.
Very possible.
Well, they got this field all set up. I'm going to send a ready check. I'd be curious if they can push a ready check with the camera sitting 7 feet in the air, but let's find out. He gives me the thumbs up. He says, of course we can. With this cape, I can do anything, man.
Yep.
Got our ready checks. Time to play autonomous. Here we go. Going to fire it up. Kind of count down. There's 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Playing.
Autonomous. Here, the robots really are robots, following commands preset by the students.
It's nice on the blue side. They shot a couple of times. Finished the row, it looks like.
Yeah.
I think our Screw Strippers wrapped that whole row up. Look at that.
Wow.
I can't tell the front tower.
Oh, let's hope that's the case.
But I got a great view of the guy in the cape. I can't tell what happened to Tower G. That's the only question right now.
Yeah.
Is what's on top in there.
They could have wrapped up this autonomous and earned a win point.
Well, hi, Lake Park Lancer Marching Band. Look, they're going to show us the tower. Okay,
oh,
thanks.
hey, thank you.
There we go.
All right.
Let the referee score this one a second. Give us a second. They're working on it. Red's got a nice start on this one.
Yeah, it looks like they have a red ball in the robot, and if it's touching the tower, and the balls are breaking the plane of the tower, it should be good. That new rule, I'm still wrapping my head around this new rule that really changes gameplay quite a bit. All right, so they're showing us the whole field so our refs can do their job and score this out. It takes a minute, though. Looks to me like Red's going to pull this one out quite handily and have the autonomous advantage.
I got to tell you, it's so much fun to watch this team that keeps showing us the screw stripper, showing us that tower. Those guys, Red Alliance, you guys just owned the field this time. 84, that's our highest score in autonomous tonight.
Yeah,
that's a great team score. So
that's impressive.
The referees are just wrapping up some final scoring, but Red's going to have this one. Is going to set a new high water mark, I think, for us in autonomous period. I'm not sure we've seen an 86. We certainly haven't tonight, and I'm not sure we've seen an 86 yet this year in autonomous.
I don't think we have.
That's thumbs up. So Red, we're going to go to driver control. Red's got this one, 86 to 56. The man in the cape is dashing for his controller. We're going to driver control. We're going to start this baby up. Here we go. It's off and running. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we got a minute and 45 seconds to see if Red can hold on to this lead. Boy, with 86 points in autonomous, that's a heck of a start towards a new high score tonight.
Yeah, that really is a man in a cape.
I tell you what, that Lake Park High School in Roselle, Illinois, what a great autonomous run they had.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against, mind you, our Puerto Rican team in the upper left, they had a great run too. But
yeah,
those two together,
that was a combined run.
86 points of autonomous. What a run that was.
Yep, great job.
Blues got a huge effort to try to catch up with this one. So you got 288E, Chicken in the lower right, and Asphalt 244C in the upper right. They got a lot of ground to make up because the Red Alliance just really shellacked them in the autonomous period.
Sure did. Yep, well done.
Love to see that. It's so much fun to see robots when they get to this point in the season have just a really great run. That was outstanding.
Yep. Yeah, it's just the robots reach such a pinnacle of design, and the drivers are just amazing.
Well, it's fun as an autonomous period, right? It's all autonomous, right? They had to program that.
Yeah,
which
that's
means
true.
They built a good robot, and they got the programming right, and they scored the towers.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. It takes a lot of practice and tweaking to make that program run the way it should.
Yep. We got 28 seconds left. What else are we going to see here as we do this? What's left to see?
All right. Looks like we're... Looks like Asphalt has parked right at the tower. They've got 3 blue balls in it. Looks like their partner, Chicken, is parking. The 2 red teams are parking at the center. So it looks like they may have this. They definitely have the center tower. Point-wise. And...
Hey, while they're scoring, Doc, take me over and let's take a look at the rule interpretation on my other screen. I want to show you something. If you're at home, we keep talking about this new rule. So VEX changes the rules periodically during the year, and there's a new rule. This isn't the official Q&A. It's actually sitting up there from about a week ago. But they changed the rules that now the ruling says in autonomous, a team can now build robots to cradle balls and get up to 15 balls in a tower because the robot contact is irrelevant to the ball. So a robot under the current rules can gather a bunch of balls and go touch a tower, and as long as they're touching the tower with a ball, all those balls count. That's having a big impact on scoring this year.
Yeah.
And it's a new rules interpretation that just came out recently. So VEX sometimes does this. They issue rules clarifications during the year that have a significant change on the game. They may clarify this and take it back to something different, but right now this is the way the rule stands, and it's impacting scoring tonight in some big ways. Let's go back to the game, Doc, but I wanted to point that out because it's a big change when you see rules change mid-year, and all of a sudden you get these really huge scores.
Yeah, and it has had a big impact on this competition where last week we played, and it was quite different.
Well, you saw that Team Indigo that in the autonomous period, they actually had balls in the robot that were touching the tower that counted as scored.
Yes.
Because they broke the plane of the scoring tower and they were still being touched by a robot. The previous rule said if the robot touched it, it didn't count, right?
Right.
So what they've done by changing that interpretation is now a robot can touch it. It allows many balls to score at once.
Yep.
So it's an interesting twist in the game scoring right now that was a result of rules changes just recently. Referees are having some trouble scoring because of that because they got to figure out, so is the robot got the ball in there and is the ball touching?
I wonder if some of the software they use in the in-person events can handle that many balls in a tower. Might reject that input. I don't know.
It does. Yeah, the software won't allow you to score as many as could be in there.
Yeah.
But most people haven't gone and really taken advantage of this rule interpretation yet by saying, I'm going to bring 6 balls at once.
Well, they should.
Well, they should, but right now there's actually an advantage of spreading them around in this particular game because you want to control multiple towers.
Yeah, that's true.
The only other place I see an advantage is here is one of the either the center or one of the corners where we absolutely want to own a tower.
Mm-hmm.
That's one to make sure you really own it. Is both of you touch it and both of you bring a couple spares. Referee's still working on this one. It's 122 to 87. Will not be a high score, but blue, surprisingly strong score. I think there's some more scoring to be on the red side. Right now, the red camera for the screw strippers is kind of looking at the ceiling. And so the referees, I think, are probably talking to them right now or reviewing the photos from their screen during the gameplay. But they're going to have to go back and see where the ball's finished up on that field.
Yep. Very pleasant fluorescent lights.
You know, we've had this before here where the software will switch between cameras on you. It's incredibly frustrating.
It has happened to us as well.
Because you get it all set up and the camera's working, and then boom, all of a sudden it flips and uses the integrated webcam instead of the one that's attached. So there we are. We finished up the scoring. They say that's official now, so we're going to end this match. It is 122 to 103. Red's going to take this one. We'll finalize that score. That score is final. We're going to leave this match. We're going to cue the next qualification match. Up we go. 4 more teams. Going to cue the match. They're coming to the field. Got Dutch in the lower left, ready to play. I got Roadwork ahead, upper right, upper left, ready to play. Oh my gosh, got all 4 teams.
Nice.
We got to reset the one field because our team 2263Z just played, and they're going to have to reset that field. So we'll have to stand by a second while they get themselves ready to play again. The other 3 fields do look like they're properly set up, and the robots are on the proper side of the field.
All right. They're working fast, too. Look at this.
Yep, it's a multi-person job now. They got a couple of them out there resetting the field. I like the colored field tiles in the corner. You know, they've gone to all gray tiles now in most fields because they no longer have red and blue starting squares. But I like the way the field looks with those corners.
Yeah, it does.
I really like the color it adds.
Yep.
Wonder if you could. I wonder if it's legal to checkerboard a field. Get a bunch of red and blues and kind of create a checkerboard pattern. Make it a little more interesting.
Well, yeah. You can play different games there, too, if you create new rules. They don't have the lines on the field, too. They have to kind of be careful during autonomous. They don't cross the center.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think if you're using a vision system trying to look at the balls by color might be hard because the red ball and the red tile would be kind of confusing.
Yeah, that would confuse the system, yeah.
I think it looks good, though. I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like he's getting the robot ready to play again. Remember, we often swap batteries between rounds. These robots burn through batteries pretty quickly. We normally go to at least one match in every event with a dead battery, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's kind of a RoboDog characteristic. We do tend to go to the field with a dead battery at least a couple times a season.
Yep, that's that song, Tradition.
That's right.
That's us, yeah.
One of our traditions.
We always go out with a dead battery once in a while just to remind ourselves of the importance of having a charged battery. Almost there. As soon as we have our last team set up and get the robot into position, we'll start this one and play the autonomous round. But no rush. We got lots of time. It's only 7:04. We're going to be well within our timeline. We should be done about 8 o'clock or so. It's feeling real good. So no great rush. 8 o'clock, of course, is Eastern time.
Yep.
But no rush.
Okay. Looks like Puerto Rico is just about there.
It does. It looks like they're just getting the robot ready to go. They're folding back, so it's got everything within the 18 by 18 by 18. They're folding back those intakes and getting into its starting position.
I'd like one of the team members to pronounce the name of the school because I'm sure I'm messing it up pretty badly. They're from Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
I really like the trophy in the background. You know, so there's a VEX trophy sitting in the back of that thing behind the field.
They have interesting team shirts, too.
Well, so does the road work ahead in the upper left of your screen. It looks like there's a traffic cone out there. And they're getting set up to play also. So I'm going to send a ready check. I see everybody off the field. See all the robots kind of ready. I'm going to throw the ready check out there. Make sure he's ready to play. And if they are, we're going to play this autonomous section and see how we do.
All right. Please turn those things green.
1, 2, 3. Need one more. As soon as we get that one, we're going to play autonomous.
All right. Who has the wrench? Who has the ready check?
Yep, someone on the Who Has the Wrench has a ready check. They were waiting, and now they've kind of fallen asleep at the switch. There we go, got it.
Excellent.
Time for autonomous play. We're going to count that down. It goes 5, 4, 2, 1. Move. Hey, what do you know? I got 3 of the 4 moving. That's good. Lower left, Dutch shoots 1 tower, going to shoot the center tower. Can they play 2-on-1? Dutch is playing 2-on-1 right now. The 2 robots on the right, both blue robots are scoring. Dutch is all. The upper left is not moving at all. So Dutch shoots all 3 towers. I think they may have just successfully beaten the other alliance. Let's see what happens here.
Wow.
Setting a 62-62 draw right now.
Yeah, it
That's
is. Yeah, that is interesting.
I don't see the lower right with anything scored for blue.
Is road work ahead our team without an autonomous?
It is.
Okay.
It is. There we go. That looks like about what it ought to end up, because I think red is going to take this autonomous. I think they successfully, Dutch, 2-on-1, took the other 2 teams in autonomous.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. Oh, score is still changing.
81. We're getting up to near our high score of the night for autonomous.
Yeah.
And one of the robots didn't move on the red side.
I was
That's
just going to
interesting.
say that's impressive. Yeah, if a road work ahead had moved, that definitely would have broken the bank.
They would have had the high score. Right now, they're still going to win this one handling, move on to play driver control. We'll peek in a minute and see where that 244D is in the world rankings. Here we go. They got a thumbs up. That is final for autonomous, 80-59. Red's got the autonomous advantage. Time for blue. We're going to count down driver control starting now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Running right now.
Okay, they've got the control boxes in their hands, and they are controlling the robots. Lots of driving and strategy going on. At this point in the season, these robots have just gotten better and better. Looks like our friends from Puerto Rico are going for the center tower, filling it up with blue balls. Who's got the wrench? Their video is a little shaky, so I'm not sure what they're doing, but their robot is moving, and they are following a strategy. I am certain of it. Just looks like the robot is appearing and disappearing on the field at this point. Dutch is moving around the field. Looks like they have nearly all the red balls scooped up and in proper goals. Remember, even though you're on the red side, you still want to score the blue balls and vice versa. In this version of Change-Up, all the balls count. Your color counts as 2 points, and the opposite color counts as 1. So all our students know they've got to score every single ball, especially this late in the season. All right, road work ahead is finishing up here toward the top of the screen. We see who's got the wrench is flying along the field. Looks like they only have about 4 balls left. Just one of those is blue, so they are cleaning up the field nicely. Our Arecibo team looks like we've run out of time, so they've come to rest. Looks like they've all come to rest at the center tower, which is interesting. It looks like red may have taken the red tower, especially if Dutch has a red ball in its clutches in addition to the 3 balls in the center. It doesn't look to me like who's got the wrench has filled the center tower, so I have a feeling the center tower will go to red, but our judges will make that determination, not me. So it looks like red has a diagonal row going from left down to the lower right. Looks like blue has taken a row right across the center from D, E, and F, horizontally across the center. But we'll find that out. Okay, this is qualification match 10 that we're working on right now. We have 14 total, then we'll get to our finals and alliance selection. Our referees are doing the final count. There's some conferencing going on over there, so we're awaiting the final thumbs up. It looks like red's going to take this, but the scores change a little bit while towers are being determined. So scores can rise and fall here as towers are given to one team or another. When both teams touch the same tower, the score in that tower is quadrupled. So this could be quite an advantage for the team who has taken the center tower. Okay, judges are making the final determination. Uh-oh, we got a judge coming this way. 2263Z. Please look at your chat. So our team from Arecibo, please look at the chat. 2263Z. All right. Always a good policy for all the teams. Keep an eye on the chat because, especially during the scoring process, it's a prime way for our judges to communicate with teams and find out exactly what's going on in your field. All right. Looks like they did look at the chat and they're communicating. Excellent. All right. See, my video is freezing up, but the judges have a different video instead of pictures. So hopefully we can make a determination. All right. I can't tell what he's saying, but he's communicating with our judges. We'll have a score for you in just a moment.
Red has a pretty strong advantage in this one.
They do. They look like they definitely have the center tower.
That match is going to be finished up. The score is final, 144 to 103. It's red that takes that one, so we're going to finish that one off and give them the win. Leave that match, move on to our next match, and cue another of our qualification matches tonight.
Number 11.
We got all four teams out there. All four teams have the field set up.
Wow.
I need a blue robot, however, so our friends at Indian Hill Robotics Club need to put a robot out there because I don't see a robot. I see them chatting about it, but I could really use a robot on that field. Looks like everybody else.
Looks like the balls in the center tower may not be correct for the guy in the cape there.
Oh, our left-hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah, the balls are... to our friends, the screw strippers, guys, at Lake Park High School in Roselle, Illinois, the balls around your center tower are not properly positioned. If you would fix those for us. And then we really could use a robot from Indian Hills Robotics Club. There we go.
Hey, that looks like a robot.
I think we got a chance to play this game now. So I got 2 blue robots. I got 2 red robots. That makes me happy.
All right. Looks like we have our field set up correctly.
Pretty much.
Looking great.
Okay, well, as soon as we get ready to go, I'm going to send a ready check out there then because, boom, there's the ready check. Once we get it okay from everybody, we'll play autonomous. But we need 4 nice little green ready checks to tell us we're ready on the screen. I got 2 of them.
All right. Make that ready check green, please, when you're ready.
Yeah, not till you're ready, but wait till you're ready and then give us the thumbs up. I got all 4. Here we go. We're going to play autonomous. Let's count autonomous down. Here we go. 5. And we're playing.
Autonomous mode.
So autonomous is underway. See both blue robots moving.
Everybody's moving.
I don't see according to Calc. I can't tell if this robot's moving or not.
I thought it moved a little bit. It was...
Oh, and then screw strippers kind of stopped like they almost shot the ball but didn't.
That's odd. Okay, we've run out of time.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I see the blue dropped the ball into goal I over there. That's nice. But other than that, I'm not sure. This is an interesting. There's not a whole lot of scoring in this one. We'll see how the referees score this one, but not a whole lot of scoring took place in the autonomous period. They've got 81 points on the red side, and hey, screw strippers, you're standing in front of the camera. Thank you. They got 81 points on the red side right now, and I'm trying to figure out, I don't see that many red balls scored in the towers.
Yeah.
Now, it's possible the robot in the lower left touched the tower. Right? If you look at, upper left, the screw
Upper
strippers.
left, yeah.
That's touching the tower. There's a great example of these rules changes having a tremendous impact on a match right now.
We've got a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up, that's fine. But the 81 points come because this robot here in the lower left, the screw strippers, is touching a tower, and it's just laden with balls, which now count. So, interesting. Let's go play driver controlled. Here we go. Kind of count it down. Start the timer off. It's 5, 4, 3, 2. We're playing. 45 to go. You should see how this one plays out now because the red guys took a tremendous advantage in that opening round by taking a robot with several balls and parking it right up against the tower so they were touching. That gave them a completed row and a whole lot of balls in that corner tower.
Yeah, we're going to see more of that strategy as this live remote moves along.
I think you're going to see VEX actually clarify the rules. I think what's happened is I think they created an unintended consequence. They were trying to solve another problem, and I think when the rules committee changed the game, I think they created an unintended consequence. They didn't intend for a robot to be able to pick up 6 balls and go touch a tower like that, but the rules let them do it now. And so I think they're going to clarify the rules one more time and say, we didn't mean exactly that.
Well, it helps to watch the kids play the game because if you see how students play the game, you get a feel for how a rule change is actually going to affect it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of like you look at some of the rules that get changed and you say, when you see games every week and you see them on Thursday nights and on Saturdays and on Wednesday nights and you understand the game that year, you see different things about a rule than perhaps someone sitting on a rules committee who's not, officiating matches all the time and actually not involved at a school level with things. So it's really interesting what's going on.
421H Indian Hill Robotics Club. We're told you're standing in front of a goal. If you could move back.
Yeah, the driver, please, for Indian Hills Robotics.
Yep.
You guys are standing in front of your goal. We can't see it with the camera, so you got to take a half step back because we can't score the goal you're standing in front of.
Gentleman in a gray shirt
there. We go. Thank you much.
Yep. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my screen is about 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay, we got out in time so we can see the towers. That makes us happy, so we can score that tower. So thank you very much.
That makes Maury very happy.
Yep. So blue has an interesting one right now. You look at the blue robots. Center tower is full for blue, and one of the robots is touching it, right? So that's 2, 4, 6 times 2 is 12 points. They're going to take the center tower because of the full tower and a robot touching it. The other robot touched the lower right tower. They're going to take the lower right tower because they both filled it with 3 balls. There are 4 blue and 2 red, and they're touching it. So double that one. Red, lower left, according to calc, doesn't appear to be touching anything.
No.
So they didn't double any tower. And the screw strippers are touching gold D on the left-hand side of the screen. So they're going to take D most likely. If you look at that one, it's got a lot of balls in it on both the Red Alliance, and they're touching the tower. So they're going to take D. But, I think you're going to find that the Blue Alliance is going to take the center one. They're going to take a diagonal across the center, and they're going to take a diagonal the other direction. So I think we're going to find blue has 2 diagonals across the field. It looks like a blue win to me. We'll see how it all settles out. It was a well played match on both sides, but I think blue did a little better job of owning a couple of critical towers, which will give them a score. So waiting for a final score right now for our referees. This is we only have 3 qualification matches coming after this one. We're going to end this match. Of course, we're going to finalize the scores in just a minute. There's 2 steps to that. So we ended the match. We'll wait and finalize the scores in a second. Then we're going to go to the rankings in a minute once we finish up this. That's final. It's 114 to 94. We're going to finalize those scores. Blue wins that one. We're going to finish that one up. We're going to leave that match. We're going to go start the next match. 2 matches after this one. We're coming to our next qualification match for queuing teams to the field.
There
Just
we
a
go.
second. I got to refresh the other screen here a second. We'll give them some standings if you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Let me refresh it a sec, so give me a second.
No problem.
All right, bring it on back. So if we go look at the rankings right now, here we are with 2 matches still to play. 244D is on top with 13 win points. 244C is right behind him with 10 win points. And then a 60172S with 7 win points. 244E with 6 win points. So it looks like 244D and 244C with 5 wins apiece are in a relatively comfortable spot with only a couple matches to go. We only play 6 matches tonight. And so they're in pretty good shape. You know, a team like the third place team 60172S with 7 win points, they have one more match, which means they could get 10 win points, but they're not going to unseat 244D.
Nope.
They can't get enough win points to catch them. 244C could, if 244D was to lose the next match and not get an extra win point for completing their row, then 244C could win and get an extra win point by completing the row, and they could catch them.
They might.
So 244D has got number 1 locked up. They could be tied, it looks like, by 244C if 244D has some bad luck in the final match and 244C has a perfect match. So teams are ready to go. Let's go back to the field right now. I'm going to throw a ready check out to all our teams. It'll be a second because the screw strippers are resetting their field. They've got that magic hat out there.
Mm-hmm.
See Chicken 288E in the upper left. It's ready to go, sitting in red. Their field looks set up correctly on the upper right. There's Dutch. There's our number 1 team right now. Their field looks set up correctly, and they're ready to play autonomous. On the lower right now, you've got the Who Has the Wrench. Their field looks right, and they're set up. So we're just waiting on one team. No hurry. We got plenty of time. We'll be well under our 8 o'clock finish time tonight, and this match is looking good. I dare say, Who Has the Wrench has had some really good rounds. I dare say we got a chance to set a high score here.
Yeah, they have. They've done a great job.
We'll see how this plays out, but they've had some really good rounds. So waiting for one more ready check, and then we'll play autonomous.
All right. So turn that one green as soon as you're ready.
Well, we're not ready. The robot's got to go against a side out in the side starting position. It's out in the field yet, so they got a little bit to do.
Yeah, they need their preload as well.
And the balls around the center tower are not correct. So as long as Screw Strippers has got a moment, let's fix those balls around the center tower.
Yep. Take the left and right ones and exchange them, please. So if you're looking from camera direction, from the direction we're seeing, the left and right ones around the center tower need to be switched. Looks like they're concentrating on their robot right now.
They are.
We'll worry about the field later.
That's okay. They're away from the computer. They may not hear us. We may not be on a set of loudspeakers there. I mean, we're loud enough, but they may not be on a set of loudspeakers. They may not hear us.
We're pretty loud and annoying.
Hey, I didn't say annoying.
Oh, sorry.
You added annoying, but probably
did.
true. We've been called lots of things.
Oh, yeah, by many of the people here.
Yeah, this is what, coming into year 14, 13 for us.
This is the 13th year for you and I.
Yeah, we've been this together for 13 years, so it's been a long time.
Oh, yeah.
We started 13 years ago with one FRC team in Granville, no VEX teams, and no idea what we were doing.
2 FRC teams.
Well, the first year we got our second, right? The first year we added the second team. When we took the program out, it only had one team. Yeah.
That's right.
So, and we've gone from those couple FRC teams to more than 100 teams in Granville that play from second grade all the way through high school in a variety of robotics competitions, including VEX. Getting ready to play right now. They got the center goal straightened out, and we're just getting the robot ready. Get a little pregame massage there. You've seen that with some sport things, you know. You give the robot a rub down before you play.
That's right. Got to take the robe off and, punch the gloves together and go.
Yep. I think he's feeling good, though. Look, feeling confident.
Yep, confident. Put on the game face.
Okay.
All right.
The wizard is stepping off the field.
All right, he's giving the robot all his magic. And we'll see what happens.
Okay, I think we got a ready check from everybody. It's time for us to play autonomous. So if you're ready, teams, here we go. We're going to count the autonomous down starting right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Autonomous mode.
Look at this. We got robots moving.
All robots moving.
All four are moving. Upper left, Chicken shoots that tower. Oh, it misses. Oh,
right,
that hurt.
Right out of the field.
That one hurt.
It's rolling away.
Shooting the second tower. Here they go. 3. See if they can pick this win point up.
Okay.
They're going down to the bottom. Time ran out. They did not get it done. Oh, we talked about ways that they could that the other team could catch up with them.
That could be a way.
They did not get that win point that time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They do get 65 points. Wait a sec, the score's not done. Let's finish scoring, because right now it says Red's got the advantage. I don't think Red does.
We'll
I
see.
think Blue's actually going to win autonomous, even though they didn't hit the extra point.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Working it out right now, the referees. Let's look at that The guy from Dutch standing there alongside the field. That stance says, okay, that pisses me off. I should have had all three. I didn't get all three. You see his hands kind of going, okay, what happened there?
Dang it.
Gave up that win point. That could have been mine.
It's a lot to do in 15 seconds, but we've seen them do it.
It doesn't happen often. In fact, I think they never won tonight. That's their first one they didn't. So, oh my gosh, Blue is going to lose the autonomous period. Watch this match, folks, because if Red takes this, Blue could be overtaken and lose their lead for the night. So here we go. Driver control is going to start. Going to count it down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Driver control. Students now have control of their robots.
And watch this thing play out. You're going to bet that Dutch is going to drive like a man on a mission here. After giving up the autonomous period and losing that, they need to win this match to stay on top of tonight's rankings.
They do.
Down below, you see the robot Who Has the Wrench chasing the blue ball across the field. We'll see how this all shakes out, but this is going to be a high-scoring match on the blue side, I expect, because they really want to and need to.
Okay, doing some ball exchanging here. Setting up the colors of the towers just the way they want them.
Well, I still can't get over when the screen lags a second, you look up and all the balls in the tower have changed.
Yeah.
It just happened to me again. I was watching the Dutch team on the upper right and Tower D, the left-hand side. I looked up and looked back, and all of a sudden the tower is a completely different color.
Mm-hmm.
Because the screen just paused a second. It's like, wow, there it went. Such a fast robot.
All right.
Shooting the center tower on the left-hand side. Chicken drops one in. Pick another ball up over there.
Who Has the Wrench is gliding across the field, changing the towers as they go.
Yeah, they've almost cleared that field off. You look, there's not a lot of balls left.
A really nice job.
A few, not many. But there's 30 seconds left, too, so there's lots and
there's
lots
plenty
of time.
That's right. These robots just get better and better and better.
Well, it'll be a battle for the center tower, but if you look, Blue's got 6 blue balls in there, and you're going to watch them go out there and both touch that center tower, right? So let's see how this actually finishes up, but this could be a photo finish here that'll give us a huge score in that center tower and perhaps a high score for the night.
I don't see screw strippers moving at all. They're on the center tower. They haven't been moving for quite a while.
Claim that tower early.
That could be.
But it's not doing good because Blue is out there. I see both blue robots touching the center tower, and I see a spare blue ball in 244D. So they have 7 blue balls. That's 14 points times 4, right?
Wow.
So 64 points just in that center tower.
That's amazing. And it looks like they definitely have a diagonal going from upper right to lower left.
Yeah, we're going across from gold G, across through E and up to C. Yep, that looks all blue too.
Yep. So that looks like a pretty high score. Looks like they're in the 170s perhaps, but we'll see that score change as the...
So 160 was our previous high tonight, remember?
Yep, it was.
So I remember you talking about, they lost autonomous. They drive with a vengeance here.
Yeah, that's quite a motivator.
I think they may have just set a new high score for the night. They may have dropped autonomous, but decided to take it all back during driver control.
Let's hope. Let's see how things turn out. Our scorers can still assign towers to the other team, and we can see those scores go up and down.
Yep, so it can still swing a little bit.
Yep.
As it just did.
As it just did.
They're under 106. That may not be a high score after
It might
all.
not be.
We'll see how this goes. It's an interesting one. Again, the way this game is scored, you have to add up for each team on their field the score for each tower, where balls of their color are worth 2 points and balls of the opponent's color are worth 1 point. Then you add the score for each tower from the 2 alliance partners together. So the 2 red fields get added together. Then you compare the sum of the red for that tower to the sum of the blue for that tower and see who wins the tower.
All right.
So it's not very simple for who won a tower.
Definitely not simple. That's right. So it makes sense that it takes them a little while to figure it out.
Now Blue's score is falling like a rock. We had a big score. Now they're down to 143. The referees are just taking the referees giveth and the referees taketh away.
Yeah, as I said, we watched those towers get assigned to different teams depending on the total point value of the towers between the teams. So it's complicated.
It is not over till it's over.
That's right. Till we see the thumbs up.
I was going to say it's not over till the fat lady sings, but I'd be careful if I look at the referees. I get myself in trouble.
I would never say anything like that.
There'll be no opera references here.
No.
It's not over till it's over. one of the more difficult matches to score, I think.
Yeah, this is taking a bit.
I think part of it is a couple of fields are harder to see, which means the referees have to either communicate with the teams or they have to shuffle through a bunch of photographs from their scoring system to figure out where the balls are in the corners.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's lighting or angle, sometimes it's hard to see certain of the corners. So it makes the job harder for referees.
We just have 2 more matches before we hit the finals. So students, make sure that you are near your computer when we hit that final match. Alliance selection happens automatically, and it happens quickly.
It's amazing what the difference the lighting makes on these fields. If you look at the upper right at Dutch's Field, okay, that's got some big halogen lights on it that are high up in the air in a big open room. The upper left is in the same building. That's in a more typical classroom.
Yep. Just
look at how bright the field and how bright the balls are if you were trying to score those 2 fields. Just look, if I was the referee, you think, why does it take so long?
Yeah.
If I'm looking at that upper right with Dutch's Field, I can tell you what's in all those towers without a doubt. But if I look at the left one, it's harder.
It
is.
is.
Chicken Field. 2 fields in the same building, both identical fields, but the lighting and a slightly different camera angle makes it harder.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the standard fluorescent lighting is not as revealing.
And red is catching up rapidly to 129. This may not be as big a win as we thought when this all settles out. I still think blue's going to have this. I think owning that center tower and that diagonal is going to give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get 64 points in one tower, it's hard to get beat.
Yeah. All right, but we still need to determine a final score. There's the thumbs up.
That is the final score, 143-29. Blue wins that one. We're going to finalize those scores, move on to our next qualification match. That's good. Leave that match. Next to the last match here, folks. We're still on track to be done at 8 o'clock tonight, as we said we would be. We'll cue in that next match. Well, road work ahead. We have the crash test dummy. He's been run over on the field. I think he's face up, but
probably wouldn't matter. Okay, traffic cone. Time to get off your field.
Take a quick nap between matches. Now, you realize that there's an indent on the field now. It's going to cause those balls not to roll straight.
That's right.
So
however, he's so light, I'm not sure it would be much of an indent.
I bet I'd make a bigger indent. I'll go lay on the field. How's that? We'll really make this game odd.
That would make it interesting. All right.
So it's really interesting right now is we got the Indian Hills Robotics Club down there, and I got a field that's all set up, but there's no robot on it.
That's not good.
So, that'd be great, except for you can't score without a robot.
All right.
In fact, I don't see any people either. Well, they are, of course, in Cincinnati, Ohio. They may have stepped outside to, get outside the building, have a cold Coke somewhere they can socially distance and get some distance, and then they
that's true.
just realize they're supposed to be playing.
It's probably 75 degrees in Ohio right now.
Well, it was probably almost 45 here in Michigan today.
Yeah, it was warm.
So road work ahead. The field's all set up. Looks like it's set up correctly. The robot's ready to go. Same for Chicken. According to Calc, we're looking for them right now. I think they're still signing back in. If I look, they're grayed out in the match schedule. Which means they're signing back into that computer. They've traded the field with someone that was out in a minute ago. So they're resetting the field, and they're getting it reassigned to their team number. Indian Hills looks like they have a robot on the field, and their field's set up right, too.
It looks great.
By about a match 12 or 13, we got the field set up right every time.
Yep.
If we just played 60 matches a night, this would be easy.
Yeah, 60 matches a night would be easy.
Of course, tomorrow morning we got done. But
that's right. We do need to go to work tomorrow.
You can tell that the Indian Hills team is not from Michigan. That guy's there in shorts.
That's right. Though I have a couple students who wear shorts all year long. You'd expect more intelligence from physics students, but...
Well, I don't know. Hey, the physics staff should all come in shorts all year round. Try that some year.
I will. I'll try it tomorrow.
Been nice knowing you. Glad you used to like your job.
That's right. It's not a sight my students need to see.
All right. We're still waiting for Corning to get their computer fired back up and converted over to their team number.
Yep.
As soon as we get them, we can play this match because the other 3 teams are patiently waiting.
Yeah, it looks like preloads are in place. Robots are on the correct sides of the field.
Yeah, I think that lighting issue in 288E is about the white floor in there. I think it's causing the camera to show everything darker. Because if I look at the field at the bottom of that screen, the road work ahead, that's in a traditional classroom again with fluorescent lights, and that one looks pretty good.
Yeah, that is true.
But it's got the darker carpet around it, so I think that causes it to lighten the field up a bit. have to look at that. We're going to keep playing with lighting.
Yeah.
Things you learn over time. Get time to study and say, it's so much easier to see the color of the balls on the lower left than on the upper left.
Yeah, it's how the light reflects. I was thinking there may be more shadows if the lights are closer to the field, but maybe that's not the case.
Well, same height. They're both classrooms.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Hey, looky there. It's according
Hey.
to Calc. They've shown up.
And the field looks pretty good.
No way. And the robot looks pretty good.
Looks like they've got their preload set. So maybe a ready check pretty soon. We'll see.
I'd like a ready check. Okay, let's find that. Ready check, please. Boom. Look for a ready check for the teams as you're ready.
All
You know, the last time around, that 244E was dancing all the time. Not so much this time. Apparently,
No.
this is not such an exciting evening.
Nope, they were the dance club of the night.
Okay, we've cleared the ready check. We're going to play autonomous here. We're going to count that down. The counter's going to start now. 5, 4, 3, 2,
The robots really are robots.
15 seconds to go. Ooh, that was... Chicken knocked the ball out of its way and didn't pick it up.
Oh. All right. Got
Indian Hills is going for the center tower.
Okay.
I don't think, according to Calc, moved.
Okay.
Okay, there's not a lot of scoring here. This would be a hard
No,
one to call.
yeah,
Did
not-
anybody score? Oh, yeah, the left-hand side. Chicken shot the center tower. Look, the tower D has got a red ball on top that it didn't have when we started.
Yep, you're right.
That's feeling like the difference in this one. I think that they're going to take it because they shot the red ball in tower D, goal D.
Okay, the score just changed in favor of blue, though.
Okay, so obviously I'm wrong.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, it changed back. See?
Yep,
See?
there we go.
The referees giveth and the referees taketh away. I still stand by that.
Yeah, it's true. Maury
I
is
think blue may be touching the tower in the lower right, the goal I with a ball, which would cause that to count.
Yeah,
so
we'll
it actually
see.
may be a tie. But red did shoot.
And that is a thumbs up.
It
so
is
it
a
is
tie, they say.
59-59.
All right, so go to driver control after tying that one up. Here we go. Going to count draw on driver control. There's 5. And we're playing.
Pick up the controls and drive the robot themselves like a awesome remote controlled machine.
And look at them move, too. They're all just flying around the field. This is going to be an interesting match. It's not often you see autonomous tied at 59-59. Not a lot of scoring there. The two robots on the left, if you look at them, are both, basically tray robots. They're both trying to pick up balls one at a time and put them into the towers. The two on the right are actually processors that bring them through a roller assembly and process them up through the robot and stick them into the top of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of curious to see how these two play because the left-hand side, they only can score one at a time, but they drive pretty fast.
They are quick robots.
And on the right-hand side, they're capable of processing more balls at a time. So you would think that the blue side would have a bit of an advantage because of robot design, but let's see.
I don't know. I think the red side's going to win.
Well, they certainly have been doing a good job putting balls in the towers. You can't fault them for that.
They are so fast. I'm looking at road work ahead, and it just flies across the field.
Well, it's kind of fun, too. That robot's been an excellent driving robot for a long time, but I got to tell you, that new lift on top was new in the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
That robot didn't have a top on it. It was a topless robot a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
And now that top's on there, and by George, I mean, the robot's fast enough and the top works well enough that it actually seems to score.
Yeah.
Now, right now, the balls are eluding it. It's chasing him. I can't seem to get a hold of one.
Well, he's only got 4 left, though.
Yeah, well, he seems to be having trouble getting him to stay where he wants him because they're like, hey, come get me. Come on, nah, 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 nah. 3 seconds left. They're all touching some towers. I think you're right. Red has a very clear strategy. They're both touching that center tower. And the blue side, according to Calc Robot, is not touching anything when that game finished.
All right.
That does not double or quadruple anything for the Blue Alliance.
No.
Red's going to quadruple that center tower. And if you look at that robot in the center, has got a ball.
Yes, it does.
So I think you're going to see a big score in that center red tower, and Red's going to win this one and take this particular match. Folks, if you're out there, you got to remember that after this one, please stay by your computers. Alliance selection is automatic, but you have to respond. The first team will make an alliance pick, and the team they pick has to say yes on their computer. for us to move on.
Right.
Otherwise, we sit for a while. So don't take a bathroom break right when we start alliance selection.
Yes,
you'll
please.
hold us all up.
Yep.
Or if you do, leave someone behind
Right.
that can watch your computer. Because we need everybody at their computers during right after this match ends, after the next match ends, because we'll do alliance selection, and it's all automated in the system.
Yep. With only 9 teams, this should go pretty fast. So keep an eye out.
We'll play 4 alliances tonight.
And we have thumbs up. That is the final score.
114-81. The Red Alliance does take it. You called that one, Doc. They played those robots well. Final alliance coming up right now. Last of our qualification rounds being queued to the match.
There we are.
Of course, we got to reset Chicken. They got to play again. The fields are all set and ready to go, and the balls look like they're in the right places.
Yeah, that looks really great.
The robot's on the right side of the field. Oh, I'm happy.
Yep.
Now, it may not take much to make me happy, but I'm happy.
There he goes. Puts it on the correct side of the field. And the final... yeah, it's going to take a while to reset this field. He's going to need some help. He's the only one out there doing all this
got a
work.
couple more people to help that guy in the chicken field. He's setting the field up by himself, and he's setting up wrong right now. That ball's in the wrong place.
Oops. Well, he could use a little assistance here.
Yeah, it'd be nice. We should get a couple people out there working at the same time. Oh, he's going to move him? Not those two. East and west. Swap east and west. Oh, no. Center of the field needs some help. Now look at us going. Also, there's 3 of them out there. Holy cow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we shamed him into action, looks like.
Yeah, they're all masked up, and they're all out there, putting their balls where they want them. It's like, oh, my gosh, look at this go. Of course, the center is still not right, so we got to take that center tower. There he goes. He sees it. Now look, it goes like this, he says.
Yep, just exchange.
Now it's going so much faster with 3 guys setting the field back up. See, a little extra help. Call a friend.
We might get out of here before 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock, man.
8 o'clock, okay.
Actually, I think it'll be 8:03. It feels like
8:03.
We got 4 alliance that to play off when we get done.
All right.
An alliance selection could take 20 minutes if they aren't at their computers.
Well, that's true.
So be at your computers when this match ends, because we got to do alliance. I'm sending the ready check because I'm feeling like it looks like it's ready. So there's the ready check, folks. Give me a ready check, and we're gonna play autonomous as soon as they all go green. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I got 1. Need 1 more. Need 1 more. Who has the wrench? I got 4. Here comes autonomous. Right now, going to start a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody's off and running. 15 seconds.
It's good
Blue
when
Rock
all the
races
robots
the corner.
move.
It's up, and no, it missed. I think who has the wrench missed that shot. Chicken does not.
And the timer has run down.
So red, we shot the middle tower for red on the left-hand side, and the lower tower. It feels like red to me, Doc.
Yeah, it does.
I think they put both D and G, different robots, but they put D and G up. So I think red's going to take that one.
Okay.
It's funny, we sit a little separate from the referees. We can see them through the glass, think of signs, but I would be curious sometimes what they're saying. I'm really curious when they get out there and they all kind of look like they want to wrestle over something. They give us the high sign, 65-54. I'm going to wait and see how long he keeps his arm in the air before I actually approve that one. No, here we go.
I think we're going to go ahead and
for
play.
driver control. Here we go. Going to count down driver. It's 5. And they're on
for the last qualification match of the night.
This match is going to determine who's going to be picking alliances. It'll settle a couple of our final alliance rankings. I will tell you that 244D is untouchable. They're sitting in first place with 15 win points right now.
Wow.
So they're going to sit right there.
Holy
They're
cow.
picking the first place alliance.
That's kind of amazing.
244C, this one matters. In the upper left of your screen right now, asphalt. So they won autonomous, which is good, but they didn't get an extra win points. They need to win this match.
Yeah.
If they win this match, they'll ice the second position for the night.
Okay.
Otherwise, 288E could be sneaking up on them because 288 is on the upper right of your screen. They're ranked 3rd right now. So the second place and third place team are playing each other with alliance partners right now. 244C, the upper left, is number 2 right now, and 288E on the upper right is number 3 right now. So this will settle who's number 2 and who's number 3.
Yes. All right. Down to about 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, this will be close. This will be close. If you look at the Puerto Rican team, lower left, they got the whole center tower stacked with red right now. But on the other side, upper right, Chicken's got the whole center tower stacked with blue. So, I mean, dead tie. going to be really close. 20 seconds to decide it. It's going to come down to maybe who touches and doesn't touch a tower.
Yeah.
That doubling could make a big difference. 13 seconds left. Counting down.
Asphalt just doesn't look like it wants to move. Something's going on with that robot.
Yeah, I think the Blue Alliance is going to take the 288E is going to overtake 244C and is going to end up being ahead of them here.
Yeah, I saw another student from another team come and help with their controller, and it didn't seem to make a difference. Looks like Asphalt just kind of got caught there.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, that's the end of that match. They're going to score it for us, but it's feeling like Blue's going to take this one.
Yeah, it
As
does.
soon as this match is done, we are going to do alliance selection.
All right, stay close to your computers, please. Last time we did alliance selection, it took a little bit longer than maybe it should have because some technical difficulties and folks not exactly paying attention to what they needed to.
Referee's looking happy. It's the last of the qualification matches right now. I see a whole lot of masks moving around out there. I can't tell what they're saying to each other, but there's something going on.
Yeah, they do look kind of happy.
You know, we're going to actually finish with these things before 9:30 at night. They should be super happy.
And we have thumbs up.
And we're happy. Are you happy? I'm happy.
I'm happy because we just finished our final qualification match of the night.
Let's finalize those scores. Let's go to alliance selection. So right now we're going to alliance selections, ladies and gentlemen. So please be by your computers. Here we go. Alliance selection fires up right now.
Okay. Make sure you watch because you might be needing to make an invitation or accept or decline an invitation. If your computer does not allow you to do that, make sure you refresh.
If you would, Doc, move us to the alternate view a minute.
You bet.
On the alternate view, you're going to see that what's going on in alliance selection right now. If you watch the screen, you'll see 244D has made an offer to 244C, and they accepted already. That was fast.
That was quick.
There was not much doubt in their mind. There's an alliance there.
All right. So they were paying attention.
So 288E's got to send in an invitation. So number 1 asked number 2, and number 2 said to number 1, yes. Number 3, 288E has to send an invitation to somebody. They're our third-ranked team tonight, and they're going to be the captain of the second alliance right now.
Okay, 288E is chicken.
Man, that's why they haven't made an invitation yet. Come on,
chicken.
Courage here. Let's just pick an alliance partner.
Yep.
And if it were me, I'd be looking right below you in the rankings.
I was thinking that too.
So
it might be.
288's got to make a choice, but it should not be hard.
The screw strippers might be a really nice choice here.
Well, if you look at that team, look at those autonomous points.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's unbelievable.
Great run. They're 2-4, but they had a really good run for being 2-4. They were actually a little better than that.
Yeah. It was.
288's got to make a selection.
Okay, 288E, please pay attention and make a selection.
288E, got to make an invitation. You're at your computer. You got to click that thing and invite somebody. Take your choice.
If it's not allowing you to do so, we found sometimes you do have to refresh the screen.
Refresh your screen if you don't if it's not asking you to make an alliance selection. But 288E, we're waiting for you. You got to make an alliance selection.
You're holding up the entire train.
I'm guessing 244F's going to have to make the next alliance selection. Just guessing.
Yeah, so they should probably be paying attention too.
Yep, they should be ready too, because 288E's got to make an alliance selection.
Okay.
They're working on it. We have one alliance so far, but 288E is holding the train up right now.
That's one of our teams too.
Yeah, that old everybody went to the bathroom when the match ended problem. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we are waiting for 288E, who is thinking about this.
288E, that's Chicken from Granville High School, Granville, Michigan. Robotics and Engineering Center.
It's a question by 421H about doubling. Doubling only counts at the end of the driver control period. It does not count during autonomous. So, 421E, your question in the chat. Doubling, when you touch a tower, the doubling only counts at the end of the driver control period, not at the end of the autonomous period. 288E made a request at 244F. Oh, check that out. They skipped down the ranks to ask 244F to play.
Interesting.
And 244F has accepted. So now it's up to 172S. Our team, the Screw Strippers, has to make an invitation. They got to pick an alliance partner to play with.
With those autonomous points, I think I would accept if they made an invitation to me.
Well, if you don't accept in this game, no one else can pick you, right? So
That's
I think
true.
I'd accept anyway.
That's a very good point.
We're down to our third alliance. We're only picking 4 alliances tonight, so this is one of those that if you're asked, it'd be a good idea to play, probably. Now, you don't have to, but it'd be a good
That's
idea
true.
to play.
All right, screw strippers. So when you're ready, make an invitation. You may have to refresh your browser. We've run into this before, that if the computer does not allow you to make the invitation or agree to it, there's an issue of refreshing your browser, so those buttons come alive.
Interesting to look at the rankings tonight. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen there, right down the center, actually, 244D was 6-0, 244C was 5-1. But when you get to the fourth place team, they were 2-4.
Wow.
So there are 3 teams tonight that had really strong winning records, and then the other 6 teams don't have winning records. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Unusual
Unusual distribution to have that big a gap between 3 that had such strong records, and then nobody else has a winning record. 172S screw strippers. We're ready for you to make an invitation, please.
All right. They say 1 moment. They're making their decision.
Oh, there you are. 1 moment. I like that.
So I think if I heard one of the referees right, the 6172S is refreshing their browser so it becomes possible for them to make an invitation.
Always a little fun from the technology.
Oh, yeah. It's not always the student's fault. You got to get the technology to work. And sometimes it gets a little stubborn.
All right, I said it was be a little after 8 o'clock because the alliance selection could take a while.
Yes.
There we go. They made an invitation out there, waiting for a response from 2263Z. So they've asked the Puerto Rican team to play with them, and they accepted.
Excellent.
So we got our third place alliance. Fourth place alliance, 244E needs to make an invitation.
Excellent choice.
It'll be our last alliance, so they're going to pick one of the teams below them, and that will make our fourth alliance, and we're ready to play. Just a couple of choices. 244E needs to be a choice, and we're going to go right into alliance play tonight. So be ready when we finish alliance selection.
All right. 244E, make your selection. You don't have too many teams left to choose from. So make an invitation, please. .244E did pretty nice with 24 autonomous points there.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Send an invitation out. We're going to make our last one, perhaps.
Nice. So they choose 95765A, who has the wrench from James Geisler Middle School.
So we're going to move right now. Give me a second here. We're going to move into our playoff matches because I think we're ready to do that. So I'm going to prep the screen for that. Here we go. Going into playoff match number 1. Boom, 4 teams with us here. Going to cue that match onto the field, please.
Nice. Fields reset. Robots ready. Let's hope.
Going to get 244E to the field. They're swapping onto a field. So it'll be just a second for them.
All right.
But it looks like...
Looks like who has the wrench is doing some quick wrenching on their robot here.
It's kind of relaxed out there in the field, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like he's reclined at the table like a Roman emperor.
Yeah. Dutch looks like they're like primed and ready to go. The field's set up, the robot's against the side, and it's ready to rock, man.
Wow.
As does Asphalt below them. So, of course, that is our number 1 alliance tonight on the left-hand side. And, of course, they're playing our number 4 alliance. Number 1 looks like they're locked and loaded, man. I see all the robots in place, and they're just saying, let's go.
All right. Who has the wrench is getting their preload in, and it looks like they will be ready to rock and roll.
Yep, so we're just waiting for 244E to get themselves with us here.
Yep.
And, again, they had to sign onto a field, I think, so give them just a minute.
I have a feeling, yeah. So some of our teams are sharing a field, as we mentioned. It just takes a moment to get it signed in.
That's what it takes. Not long. I really like the setting, though, for who has the wrench. They got the deep blue curtains behind them, the wood floor, and the flag in the background.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
that's pretty classy.
it is.
Looks like they're up on the stage.
Yeah, I like that. It makes you feel good about that field. Say, that's an important place to play.
And it looks like they are putting the finishing touches on things.
I see 2 thumbs up down there.
Hey, great.
Yeah, very nice. So I just need 244E, and we can play. 244E, where are you?
I love the enthusiasm when that happens. That's great.
Well, it's hard to be enthusiastic when everybody else is so far away and you're by yourself on your field. But
That's right.
It is not. We're at the point in the game now where it's going to be we're in the playoffs. This should be fun. It'll be an exciting match to watch.
You mean every student can be outstanding in their field?
Yes, indeed. All right, so I got them all. Here comes the ready check. Because the robots look like they're ready. The fields look like they're ready. Let's see if the teams say they're ready. If they are, we're going to play autonomous. I got 1, 2, 3 ready checks. I got 4. We're going to play autonomous, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's count it down. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
We have robots being robots.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. This is going to be interesting.
That doesn't.
Number 1 Alliance is gone all wacko on us.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
That doesn't look good at all. So we'll see what happens here as the referees score it. But that was an interesting way to start this.
Okay, probably not the way you want to start the first finals match.
In their last qualification match too, right?
Yeah.
244D said we're going to punt autonomous just so we have to make it up during the gameplay, and I think they punted autonomous again.
I think they did.
That's going to be frustrating.
Yeah,
you
that's
play
unusual.
so many times, and then you get down to the last 2 runs of the night, or the last, they may have one more if they win this, but
Sure.
Their final run in this one, and they dropped autonomous both times. That's just
Ouch.
But last time, remember, they did come they drove it like they wanted to win after that. So we'll see if they can come from behind here.
And
thumbs up.
Yep.
Red does have autonomous, actually,
Wow.
in spite of that.
Very
Go
good.
to driver control. We're going to count it down. Here goes driver control. We're going to count from 5 down. That's 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Driver control mode.
All right, let's see if these robots can move. And again, watch them race around this field and try to put those balls in the towers. The objective is to clear this field to own the towers that you want. Sometimes that means taking all the balls out of a tower and putting all balls of a certain color in it. That's one of the important strategies. Like right there, you just saw Dutch shoot 3 balls in a row into the tower. The lower left asphalt's down. That's our number 2 robot tonight. They were ranked 2nd for the evening. They're chasing these things around, picking them up one at a time, trying to put them in the towers. Just shoved a red ball into the center tower. Lower right, we got our who has the wrench, pushing the ball in the center tower also. Up on the upper right, according to Calc, shot the center tower, picking up balls and shooting them up through that conveyor system, going for the center tower again, it looks like. Let's see if they center up on it. Shoot the ball up and through. Does not go in. 50 seconds still to go. Red took the autonomous period, gives them 6 points. That's an advantage. Now you see Dutch in the upper left trying to clear their field off. There's a couple of balls left. They're trying to get out of the way, and they will have those. It looks like there's 2 left. There's a blue and a red out there. There's 34 seconds left, and they got to do for 34 seconds. Are you kidding me? There's 28 seconds to go, and they're parking their robot.
Oh, my gosh.
So Dutch has decided they're done for the game. They're fair where exactly they want to sit. They're trying to park in some exact position, but they went over there with 28 seconds to go. Oh, no, they dropped the ball.
Oh,
no.
crap.
They got to get back, touch that tower with 11 seconds left. They're fooling around. What a way to drop it. Oh, my gosh. Okay, they're back touching the tower again.
What?
Oh, my gosh. Look at So they have a red and a blue ball shoved against the red tower. Look at that. Look at that positioning by Dutch. What they were doing.
Yep.
They have that blue ball, and they threw a red one at the top, and they pinned it against the side of the tower.
Yeah, they're finessing that new rule.
So they got 5 balls in that tower right now, 4 red and a blue, and their partner's got 3 red, right? The 2 there, and the one that's touching.
Yep.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red balls and a blue ball.
Wow.
Right? So that's
and both
15
touching.
points, and it's quadrupled.
Times 4. To me, sounds like 60 points.
Oh, my gosh.
That's amazing. We may see the high score of the night here.
That's something.
All right, let's see what happens. Our intrepid judges are counting away.
And see, the other side, their opponents touch the center tower too, but they only have 5 blue and a red, it looks like to me. So 5 blue and a red, that's 11 points times 4 is 44. So I think that because of the strategy of carrying the extra balls and filling the tower, I think red is going to take the center tower. So a lot of effort to win the center tower, but red's going to walk away with it, I think.
Yep. Well, I would tend to back up your prediction that there's going to be a clarification on this clarification because this is an interesting
There's thumbs
change
up.
to the
Red
game.
does win this one, 150 to 110.
Oh, my gosh.
We got to thank 2 teams tonight, 244 Ian, 95, 765A. Who has the wrench? And according to Calc, thanks for playing tonight.
Yeah.
You've been eliminated here in the playoffs, but you had a great evening, I hope. Come back and play again. We're going to leave this match, finalize these scores. We're going to move on and play our number 2 alliance versus our number 3 alliance.
Yeah, let me back that up. That's special thanks to James R. Geisler Middle School, West Bloomfield, Michigan. You had a great night. Thanks for coming and competing with us.
Well, and we had so many teams that played. We have a couple that didn't make it to the playoffs either, so they may not be with us any longer, but certainly thank you for being here with us tonight. Road Work Ahead has somebody face down on the field.
All right, we've got a body on the field now.
This is kind of a regular way for us to come to the field. We see them, and there's someone...
All right.
Oh, don't hurt yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, this is not good. A robotics kid doing push-ups. He got 3, though. Okay. 3's okay.
Yeah, but he left a little drool on the field, I think, so that could be an impediment to his robot.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. You don't see robotics kids doing push-ups very often.
Yeah, well. And we've got the wizard moving around the field. He's looking like he's adding his magic to the...
Great if he'd reset that field while he's wizarding around.
Yeah, that could be helpful. Looks like he might be on the phone. Whoop.
I'm not sure he realizes they're up next.
Yeah.
Hey, wizard, screw strippers. You got to get your field reset, man.
Yeah,
get your robot to the blue side of the field.
You've got balls all over the place.
Now he's waving to somebody else.
Now he's
delegating.
Wandering around the field in his cape.
Well, he's talking on the phone, too, I think. I think he's got a phone in his hand.
Yeah, I think so.
He's wandering around with a cape.
Yep, I think... I think he's setting up a date for this weekend.
You think?
Yeah. Well, kids in capes get dates too sometimes.
Well, sometimes the cape gets you the date.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Vex is always better in a cape.
So now, I don't know, just watching his backside of the camera is not going to give him a date, though. So
No.
The hat might. The hat's kind of cool. But from this side, that's just a big cape.
It's kind of a Gandalf type hat, doesn't it?
I like the hat.
Yeah.
And now he's going to kneel on the field.
Ah, that's nice. And we've got...
He may be calling the repair tech about the robot. Maybe there's a problem. He's phoning a friend saying, help, the robot's not working.
That could be. A little help on the code. Looks like our friends from Puerto Rico are making some final tweaks to the robot as they get ready for the finals. Looks like Road Work Ahead is ready to go with their field set up properly and the robot on the correct side, as well as... I can't read that anymore. On my screen, the writing is extremely small. I can see the... Yeah, so our 2 blue teams are getting ready for this match.
They are. So we had our first playoff all match already. Here's our second match of the night. This is our semifinal match, 2-2. Sorry, 2-1. Make my mind up.
All right.
Now, he's hiding the robot behind the cape. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe it's something secret going on there.
Well, that could be. Or some incantation. No, changing the battery is always good magic. Need some electrons at a higher energy state.
You know, I got to say, you were commenting earlier, I love the shirts on the Puerto Rican team.
I commented on that.
They're really amazing.
That is so cool.
And they played well tonight. They've had an excellent night. And they look good, too. So, you know, although I like the traffic cone, that orange guy that lays in the field all the time.
Well, yeah, that's basically what he gets accomplished in class, too, I think.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
He kind of lays like that across the floor in the class?
Yep. He's a good doorstop. Now, he's actually a pretty good student.
Yeah, he is. So we probably shouldn't pick on him. But we love the orange. I tell you what, you know it's him when he comes in. It's
we can pick on him because we know him and he's a good guy.
So we're almost there. We're getting the field reset. Puerto Rico's got the balls in the right place. I'm pretty happy about that. Good job. The blue balls look great. Yep, that's it. You got it. Center's looking good.
We just lost the screw strippers, and we got them back.
They're back.
Okay. We're going to start this match, actually.
We're getting ready to.
Yeah.
Getting that robot. The blue robot can't start where it's at. That's the problem. It's got to go to one side of the field, and preferably the blue side of the field. So.
All right. Okay.
All right, they're almost there. I see the blue robot getting the Puerto Rican robot on the blue side, getting over into a starting position. Field looks like it's right. So got all our fields there, got all the robots there except one. That robot's getting in place. I'm going to throw a ready check out there because as soon as our Puerto Rican friends are ready, we're ready to play. They're lining their robot up right now. But I'm going to throw the ready check out there anyways because the rest of you can let me know if you are indeed ready. Oh, the wizard and the pointy hat has said indeed they are ready. Screw strippers gave us the thumbs up, but they're still working the robot. That's not good. Looks like chicken's all set to go. Looks like road work ahead's all set to go. And it looks like our friends from Puerto Rico are all set to go too. So as soon as they give us the ready check, we're going to play autonomous here in our second of our semifinal matches. There we go. We got it. We're going to play autonomous. Going to fire it up right now. Going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Both blue rods moving. Shoots the lower tower. Hits it. Oh. That blue rod may have crossed the center line. Cross the center line is a problem in autonomous. Yeah, they flagged red as the winner of the autonomous period because when blue crossed that center line, that will automatically give it to red. You can't cross the center line in this period of the game. Waiting for the thumbs up from the referees. They're working on it.
Yep. Yeah, I was just out there to get something to drink, and the referees are working like crazy. And they're laughing. They're doing something. All right. We have a thumbs up?
Here they're up, and red gets the auton win. The blue crossed the center line.
Oh.
We're going to go ahead and play this driver control. Going to count it down starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interesting things about the scoring process here. The referees' screens are about 10 or 15 seconds ahead of ours. So we were trying to call that autonomous period, and it looked like red was going to take it, but it was blue on the screen for the longest time. It's not because they thought it was blue, it's because that's just that's the delay between the screens. Our referees are having way too much fun. I don't know what's going on, but they are having way too much fun out there. I hear.
Yeah. I don't know if they're enjoying our commentary or if they're making commentary of their own. Probably a little of both.
Yeah, probably. But watch right now the lower left of your screen, red shooting the center tower. Nice shot up and in by road work ahead.
Very nice. Got about a minute to go.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how this one plays out. They're playing the center tower again, it looks like. You see the blue is stacked, 6 blue, 3 in each of the blue center tower. And the red has 6 red. So you want to bet they're all going for the center tower?
I bet they are.
We'll see how this plays out because they're all going to try to make that center tower important to their strategy.
40 seconds to go. Wow.
30 seconds. You know, I don't know. This could go either way. Look at these towers. Both sets are clearing the field pretty well.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time just determining who's going to win this one. It's really close.
6 seconds left. They're all headed to park somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
So, red is going to take the center tower because they got both robots touching it,
Definitely.
and blue did not both touch. So, red's going to take that center tower. I'm not sure the blue robot in the Puerto Rican room is actually touching a tower. I can't tell from here,
It is difficult
but
to
it
tell.
appears it may not be touching a tower. So I think red's going to end up taking this one, largely because that center tower gives them a row across the center of the field, D, E, F. And it also appears to me they have a diagonal. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But it feels like red, just based on the things I can see that I think they own.
Looks like we just lost Arecibo.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is the referees get a separate video feed than we do. They get a series of still photos. So even if we lost the feed now, they can still score the match. I got to technically end that match so we can run the scores up. They're going to have some scores in just a minute here.
And, whoa.
Tell you what, our referees are having way too much fun.
Yeah, I think they don't want the night to end. I think they want to...
If we play 6 or 8 more matches,
Yep, I think they're thinking about it. We're at 8:12 Eastern Time. I think it's time for Traffic Cone to head to bed.
I don't know. He had a good run that time.
Yes.
Look at those towers.
He's been getting
red. All the red balls except one are scored, and there's only a couple blue ones left. So he did a nice job of clearing that field.
Yep. Very nice.
In fact, all the robots did. If you look at where they all ended up, but blue's got 124 points right now. They've kind of jumped ahead.
Yeah.
And they may be able to hold on to that. We'll see. I can't see the one field, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah. Well, all 4 teams did an amazing job clearing the field.
But
so.
the guys in the center, the red team in the center, they've got 6 red balls and 2 blue balls in that center tower, right?
Yep.
So that's 12. That's 14 points. 14 points times 4. That's 40. That's 56 points. Of their 96 is just that center tower.
Yeah. And they certainly have a row going across horizontally across the center.
I think so. Not being able to see the one team, it's real hard to say that. That's the problem. You don't know if they got 3 blue balls stacked in those towers you can't see. So
yeah, that could be.
It feels like they should own some other ones.
All right.
See, it's 120 to 124. This is going to be closer
This
than
is going
you'd
to be
like.
close, yeah.
It's coming down to splitting some hairs here, man. And the laughter has stopped out there.
Yeah, they're
having a good time. Now they're getting serious. Like, oh my gosh, we got to actually pay attention. That score's super close.
They've got to work now.
Fingers and toes, toes and fingers, toes and fingers, fingers and toes. Yep.
Maury's getting out his abacus.
Is that what that thing is?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. He can push those beads around with his nose really fast.
Well, they're scoring, and all of them are intently studying this one because it's within 4 points. 121. I got a thumbs up from the referees. They say it is going to be blue, 124 to 120.
Awesome.
Wow, what a close match that was here between our number 2 and number 3 alliances. Time for the finals, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to leave this one. We're going to say goodbye to our red alliance, that being Chicken and Road Workhead. Thanks for playing tonight. And we're going to bring the finals up because we want to see the number 1 alliance now see if they can defend and finish this one off and win the event. So the number 1 alliance is out here getting set up. Does not look good. They got a wrench on the robot.
Oh, boy.
So Asphalt's doing something over there that does not look good as you walk into the finals.
All right. So please be resetting your fields. I see our folks in Arecibo need to get their field set up. And Asphalt needs to maybe get a couple of people who are not working on the robot setting up the field.
Well, it's going to be interesting. So on the left-hand side, we have 2 teams actually from Granville, Michigan. You got Dutch and you got Asphalt, 244C and 244D, 2 sister teams. On the other side, though, you've got the Screw Strippers. And the Screw Strippers are from Lake Park High School in Roselle, Illinois. And they're playing again alongside our team from Puerto Rico, from Arecibo, Team 2263Z.
Yeah, they're going to give them a run for their money. That's excellent. All right.
Looks like we're getting the field set up.
Getting close. I know we've said this before, but I'd like to join that Puerto Rican team just to get one of those shirts. That's really nice. Those are unusual.
Yeah, they put everybody else to shame. That's an excellent way to represent your team. So it looks like 244D is set up, parked, ready to go. Looks like 244C is set up, parked, ready to go. Looks like our team from Puerto Rico is set up and almost ready to go, but the robot's got to go somewhere.
There we go. Just getting the center balls. There's a one off to the right there.
You get it.
I think they see it. Yep.
There you go.
All right. Getting down to it. Let's see.
Fields look good. Get the robot ready to set it up.
Still don't have video from our friends out at Lake Park High School.
No, they've had video problems all night. They may be there. The referees may see them, but we don't.
Yeah,
so I'm going to send a ready check.
Yeah, let's hope.
In just a second here. And if they ready check, we're going to start the match because it means they really are there. So there's the ready check.
Okay.
Please don't click the ready check till you're actually ready.
Right.
But we do have two teams that are ready. We got,
there we go.
Number One Alliance both checked in green.
New battery. That's always an important thing, especially now. All right. Looks like we've got ready checks on the red side. The blue side's still setting up.
Yep. It's okay.
No problem. Looks like she's making some modifications to that robot.
Yeah. I think the battery goes in hard.
Yeah, that could be. It's just, and then she'll fold the arms back to get us within the 15 by 15 by 15.
Yeah, the center looks good.
Yep.
You got it.
You're good. I'm sure they have much nicer weather than we do because those guys are in shorts.
You know. We left all of our, big puffy jackets out in the other room.
Oh, that's true, too. Hasn't been too bad here in Granville. It's been around 40 degrees during the day.
Yeah, I can't complain about that.
Right now, it's dropped to about 30 degrees with a slight breeze.
Yeah, it'd be nice over the weekend, though. They're saying the weather's going back up to the 40s again.
Oh, nice. Looks like sunshine all the way.
It's that March weather,
Yep. At this point, the lake is too cold to create a much lake effect, so we get those nice sunny days. All right. Things are looking good out there.
They are.
Did the ready check time out, or did we get a ready check from them all?
We got a ready check from everybody, I think. So we're going to go ahead and fire up Autonomous.
Wait.
We're not going to fire up Autonomous. We got a ready checks, but the referees are like throwing down out there. So I don't know what's going on, but they do not want to start this match.
Yep. We don't want to get into trouble.
Again.
I'm
not sure I think they're talking about the teams, actually.
Something's going on. Oh, hey, look, we got video.
So we're going to wait until the referees say we can, because we were going to play Katie Says. Until Katie says we can, we're not going to play. So we'll just watch here a second.
All righty.
And when she says we can play, we'll give another ready check to the teams, and then we'll play. So,
whoop, we just lost the video again. The screw strippers were within our sights. Oh, they're back. Nice. Yeah, I think they need video coverage. They have different video, but they may not have been getting it.
Okay, so Katie's giving us a thumbs up. Here comes a ready check to the teams, please.
Excellent.
Ready check for me. Make sure you're actually all set. Give me the green ready check, and we're going to play Autonomous. Want to make sure you're all set. I got 1, 2, 3.
One more ready check.
I need one more. We're going to play. We've got 4. We're going to play. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody clear the fields. Here we go. Going to count down for Autonomous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All the marbles.
Let's see if Dutch can hit the Autonomous this time. They've missed the last 2, which for them has got to be super frustrating because they're used to cleaning all 3 up in Autonomous. They got Tower 1. They shot G. They shot D. They're going up for Tower A. Roll up there. They take the shot. No, they do not.
Oh,
they shove it in the bottom? No, they didn't. They did not get it.
They came so close.
So we'll see how this shakes out. Thank you, our friend with the wizard hat on. You were in front of the camera. That's much better when you're not in front of the camera. Red's going to take autonomous. It looks like we're waiting for them to use the sign, but they've thrown 74 points the red direction, and we're waiting for the referees to finish their work. Well, now they've got a blue win with 69 points. I don't understand that. I'm not sure how with a lower score the blue can light up as having won on time. Let's let them finish their work because, as all night, the referees giveth and the referees taketh away.
Yep.
It's really close.
Mm-hmm.
Both the Screw Strippers and Dutch had an almost run in terms of getting 3. They both put up a pair of towers. 2 goals. And it's going to come down to how it settles out. But it's looking like blue right now. We're waiting for a final decision out here. It's been a hard night of scoring. It's been some really hard things to see, I think. So they got to take a little bit and look a little more closely to see what really happened.
Down to 7 watchers. All right, this is apparently a tough autonomous to score.
All right, it's blue got another point, and then it went up to 85 and down to 83. So and then up to 76. Both sides are moving by a point up and down. I'm not exactly sure. Well, this is kind of a long process to watch here, but for someone at home, this has got to be an agonizingly long wait. The software makes it hard to score in that you have to try to figure out what's been done, and many times, there's camera angles or lighting make it hard. We got a thumbs up, so they are give blue the autonomous win, 84 to 76. Those of you guys that are out there, we're going to play driver control, so get ready to go. I'm going to find that driver control button. It's going to count itself down. We're going to drive here in just a couple seconds. So count down. Driver control in 5, 4, 3, 2. This is driver control. Minute and 45 seconds left of the March 4th live remote tournament from Granville, Michigan. You're in the finals right now. You're watching 4 teams. The left 2 from Granville. The right 2 from one from Cincinnati, Ohio, and one from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Should be a very close match. That was close and autonomous. 2 excellent scores. Blue did take autonomous, got the 6-point advantage there. And both the blue robots are out there filling the towers up and clearing the field. So we'll see. This is going to be a very close match.
Yes, it will.
Before the match, we watched Asphalt work on that robot. I can't tell if there was something they were trying to fix that isn't working or what's going on, because that robot seems to be having more difficulty scoring tonight. And I don't know if something kind of broke along the way or what, because we've got 52 seconds left.
Okay, they're making their towers, though.
They are. Well, so all 4 of them are. This is going to be an amazingly close match.
Yes, this is going to be rough.
If I look on both sides, the center tower is stacked with 3 red and 3 red and 3 blue and 3 blue.
Yeah, that's going to be
right. So there'll be a battle for the center tower that may decide this one.
Okay, we've got about 25 seconds to go.
It's going to be all about who has balls left on the field. So if you look, what's interesting is Dutch is with 21 seconds ready to park again. They do this at the very end. They're going to put their ball up against that tower, and they're going to see if they can't stick this one on top of it, right against the tower. And it fell away. They got to go get it 12 seconds.
Oh, again.
Now they got a problem.
Oh, boy.
They got a loose ball in the field.
That's not good.
6 seconds left. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that could change things.
Now, I think on the right, there's a lot of red balls rolling around, both for screw strippers and for our Puerto Rican friends. So,
oh boy,
I think the red team just got more things in towers. But
we shall see.
That was a slip up by Dutch. We thought they were going to do their kind of traditional grab a spare couple of balls and touch the center tower, and they dropped them both somehow.
They did, yeah.
And the other one, you see down below, Asphalt held up their end of the bargain. They've got a blue one up against that guy. So there's 6 red balls and a blue one in that center for the Red Alliance. But on the blue side, the hard part is they have 7 blue balls. So, blue actually may take that center tower. They're both touching, and they have 7 blue balls versus 6 red and 1 blue.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what happens.
What you can't tell from this angle is if, by some chance, Dutch is holding another ball. I can't tell from here.
All right.
That might swing it the other way. The referees are going to score it. I think the deciding factor, no matter where the center tower goes, is just the number of balls still on the field on the right-hand alliance. The blue alliance has got, I look at the top field, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unscored balls I can see. And the bottom bottom team's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unscored balls. If you look on the Red Alliance side, I see just 2 unscored balls in the top field, and I see 1 in the bottom field. So I think the unscored balls will actually swing this one at the end of the day. Referees still work. Hard one to score. Lots of scoring objects in all these towers. When this wraps up, we'll conclude this broadcast tonight. Thanks for joining us. If you watch from home, if you've already left, you may watch this recording tomorrow. But this is going to wrap up our final match of the night. Teams from Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, and Puerto Rico played together in this March 4th live remote tournament. Live remote is new this year. It's a brand new way to play across distances. The RECF, the Robotics Competition Education Foundation, in cooperation with VEX Robotics, put this together. Software has been developed since last fall, so it's relatively new, and it's coming along real nicely. I think as they get into the next year and this thing evolves a little further, it'll be a really fine way to play. So referees are still working on the score. Right now, that 169 on red would be the high score of the night if they hold on to that. But a lot can happen because, as we've seen, as they score, they go back and forth, the red and the blue referees, and they decide who's got what. And then when blue gets something, it takes a tower away from red, so it changes the red score. So referees are still working on the score out here. It's taken them a few minutes. Well, they got thumbs up out there, so it's going to be 130 to 138. The Blue Alliance is going to beat them here.
Oh, my goodness.
It
Excellent.
flipped the other way. It's interesting to watch these things go back and forth. It did flip to the Blue Alliance there at the end. So We're going to send two of our teams home tonight. Sorry, Dutch and Asphalt, you did not win, but congratulations to Screw Strippers and to our team 2263Z from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. You guys won tonight. You're our champions of the live remote. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Excellent job.
That wraps things up here tonight, so we're going to say goodnight, and we'll see you the next time we broadcast another live remote.